1-2, 1-2, check Chuffy 1-2. You're with Super Chuffer. Oh, what's going on? Look, oh, look at this. Oh, what's that? That's the wrong thing. Oh, it's this. Oh, whoa, whoa, look at that. Oh, come here. Whoa, whoa. So the first 5 seconds on the video these days, you see that, like, you hover over it and you see it moving for the first 5 seconds. So thumbnails are important, but also now what's important is the first 5 seconds. If you were doing a Mr. Beast video, you might have like a bit of zooming in or a thing happening, but it's just me sitting here and talking. So it's just that was the most exciting I could make it. It's just to flash it on and off and have me going, whoa. But bear in mind, for everyone else who's making YouTube videos out there, that your first 5 seconds, it's not just the thumbnail anymore. Your thumbnails are part of the package. Oh yeah, your thumbnails are part of the package. But so's the title. It's got to go together. It's be part of the package. It wants to speak to people. Like, you know, this is a bad tip, but it's not all about clickbait. But, you know, at the bottom of the news where it says, you won't believe what these doctors don't believe how this woman healed her own chuff hole. And you're like, oh, doctors don't believe it. I'll have a click on that. And it's just some rubbish. You know, it's about creating a question that people can ask and answer. And I'm not going to go into it too much more detail. Just that the first 3 minutes are wasted by me chuffing now. So if you're watching tonight, we're looking at Angry Alan Vinnicombe. You stupid hole. You fool.
Imagine a McCann case.
Yeah, that dude. Now, it's been a difficult week for Alan. It's been a difficult week for me watching Alan, which I've not been doing much of. But listen, you chuffers, I've got a bone to pick with you, you chuffers. I've got a bone to pick with you. Let's put me back where I need to go. Edit, transform, flip horizontal. I'll go over here. Oh, you're over here, Alan. Now what we're going to do, Alan, you chuffer, bring up the mainframe, bin off this big Alan, bin you off, shape you up. Shape you up. So he's going live tonight. We'll cover his live tonight. But what he's been doing this week has been pretty dire. Pretty dire. So one of the things that I'm most cross about, though, you chuffers, is I have not streamed this week. I've not hit Alan's live restreamed his lives because they look fucking boring and shit. But from what I can see, some of you chuffers have been watching because I've not been streaming. I imagine you won't get as many views tonight when we restream it. But this 3,000 views for his court thing, come on. Are you going over there to watch because he's bad? Don't give him the views. Don't give him the views, you chuffer. Am I on Alan's side? No. Don't give him the views. Please. Does that mean I have to restream it more so that you won't watch it? Is that what has to happen? Because the week before, he was really in the doldrums, and now he's picked up with this court case stuff, and he's going to think he's getting views. He's getting views. You all went and I know you all went and watched it. You know, because you were telling me what he said. I don't care what he said. It's all fucking rubbish. I can sum up his week for you like this. Look, I'll sum up his week. So, this one.
Social media is like a giant...
Social media is like a giant piece of shit, and so are you, Alan. One of his awful song edits, trying to sanitize his own image and talking weird shit with films in it. He's got an ice cream. He must be a nice man, not a kiddie fiddling pedo. So, what?
All I ask of you.
Creepy bastard. Creepy bastard. Broadcasting in 720p with a 480p camera. Your microphone over there on the side. Jimmy Savile face. Creepy bastard.
Well, that's my latest offering for the non-singing singer.
It's shit. It's just manipulation.
Non-singing singer. I can't sing, but I have great timing. I have great timing.
No, you don't.
Can't sing. I can sing.
No.
I've got Barry White. Can't get enough of your love, boo. If I can sing, but I can't sing. So
He can't. He's awful.
you have to make do whatever talents you do have in life. Or when I do have talents in life.
Alan, you don't have any talents.
Getting lawyers.
And you're annoying the piss out of me because you're talking so... Like background music is quiet, yeah? But Alan's talking so quietly now we've got to turn down the background music even more because his crappy microphone, it's crap.
Dealing with hate and stuff like that. But in mind, Alan, I am the armchair detective.
So skimming through this...
So when I read it to myself before the show, it became apparent that the family knew I was going to read this email tonight because their friend told them.
It's just a load of shit about how other people are... He's got a court case and everyone else is bad and he's going to win the court case because everyone else is bad. And it's all just shit from ages ago. Like, what is in that? There's nothing in it. And his defence for his court case cannot be an offence for someone else. Like, it's very clear, if you're defending yourself in court against defamation, you have to prove the defamation is either true or it's reasonable that someone might have known to say it, you know, stuff like that. He's got no case to, like, he's got none of this shit is related to a court case, taking it to court, going to court, because the judge will laugh him out of the fucking room, right? So all of this shit, and he's turned into his own tabloid newspaper. He's Angry Alan's own tabloid news. Look at it. It's fucking crap. It's crap. Shock and lies. Court case. She's not really a lawyer. Who gives a shit? She could be a solicitor instead. Does it even matter? No one cares. Help AD's defence. I didn't even watch this one at all. Like, I skimmed through it to get a thumbnail for today.
Madam McCann case where I talk about.
But if you want to hear some of this, we'll watch some of this. But I'm really, do you know what? I'm cross at all you chuffers for watching him, because there's nothing to watch. It's so fucking boring and shit. Like, there's hardly anything for me to draw out. And like his argument with the Rusek people and that going on for years. He thinks one of his tactics this week has been to go back into his bumhole in that, so we can talk about that, because Super Chuffer doesn't know about that. Super Chuffer doesn't care about that. So like, he's drumming up interest, self-interest, isn't it? His own self-interest. Look at his neck. I mean, we shouldn't really, should we? But oh, is that the filter doing that to your neck, Alan, or is that you and your neck? What's going on with that? Looks particularly ghastly, like ghoulish, doesn't it? Looks particularly ghoulish. Where's Firefox again? Let me get my Firefox on. My big one. Where's my big one? I'll show you my big one. Wait. No, not that one. This one. Okay, let's shuffle you around then, you big chuffer. Look at his neck. Look at that neck. It's not right. Something's wrong there. Something's wrong there.
A bad situation. I do what?
So look at this problem that we've got now, right? Alan's show is so... I'm talking at a normal volume. I'm not even peaking all the time. But Alan's show is so fucking shit and quiet because of his shit microphone placement and his shit microphone that... Like, what's happening here?
Don't just do.
Why shouldn't you watch? Because, right, you're giving him the fucking views. And I know that I'm not restreaming it and you would rather watch me stream it instead of watching him. Fair enough. But he's getting views. And he's not earning them by doing any work in any way. He's just going on and regurgitating the same old bollocks. I couldn't even be bothered to restream it because it was just so bad. Like, he's regurgitating the same old bollocks. There's no court case. Why I won't do any court case?
Again. I couldn't be happier. Swish,
court case, mate.
Kurt and Lisa
Big
sent
ups, Kurt and
cookies.
Lisa. Thank you.
We don't wander into Alan's weed garden. We wait for the super chuffer to make sense of his manure-filled rants.
Please do.
What's he on
Please
about,
don't.
Battery Boy? Thank you, Scotty Hottie XX.
Thank you for the tippies
Super
there.
chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Add a T at the end of the right, and that's his name, isn't it? Alan Kiddicun. Can he come, will he come, bummy come, Kiddicun. That's his name, isn't it? Alan, daughter licks cun off, mother licks cun off daughter's face. This man, right, searched for child porn on the internet, self-admitted. This man made a we did it in a stream, yeah? Like, we did it in a stream. We did a YouTube, my channel, live. Let me just like, you know, get this clear, right? Alan Vinnicombe versus the porn industry. So we've talked about it, we've covered it. So I don't want to go over and 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 over. It's boring. Welcome to Alan's world. Like, but what he did was he searched for mother licks cun off daughter's face, right? That was seen on the internet. Later on, he admitted to a search for child porn. He said there was none on the internet and that the police had checked his computer. We all know this. Okay, we all know this. That video where Angry Alan versus the porn industry, if you haven't seen it, you need to watch that. He pretended he was researching for a documentary looking for child porn. So that's the defence that many a known pedo has used before they got banged up, right? And he pretended he was doing research. He didn't go through any of the proper mechanisms of research, telling the police, organised any of that. He just pretended. So a couple of weeks later, he released this documentary on his channel, which was him wittering away for 15 minutes about porn on the internet, followed by 40 minutes of a Ted Bundy interview. Like, this man has self-implicated himself there. He said, like, he's told you that he searched for porn on the internet, child porn. Like, what more do I need to... What the fuck? This man is a savage, horrible, nasty... all of the people around him, his family, his friends, they've all shunned him over the years. He goes on these poker games, like the people at the poker hate him and take his money and laugh behind his back. Like, his family don't want to be around him. Everyone that he's met over his life has taken a dislike to him over the years, and to the point where he's pushed everyone away. Not just he's pushed them away, they don't want to be with him either. Like, he's such a piece of shit. He's such... Come to Daddy Alan. Come to Daddy Angry. He looks dead on the thumbnail if I don't warm up his skin tone. Like, he's such a piece of shit. Don't give him the views for his nonsense. Like, you can see from the thumbnail what it is. AD's court case, I need your statements. Even tonight, living in danger, Super Troll, doxed his house, address, hotels. Doxed his house? He doesn't live in Weston-super-Mare anymore. Doxed his house. Do you want me to dox his house? I'm not going to dox his house, but, you know. Actually, I still haven't checked my fucking emails. Do you know what? I haven't doxed his house, but I'm such an idiot for not checking these emails. Somebody that knows might have sent it me. Come on, the emails. Can't do two things at once, can I? But he's such an arse. So we're going to watch him today, but we'll watch him a bit yesterday. And, like, we've got this problem with his voice. His sound is so quiet.
I write songs. I semi-sing songs.
You don't write any songs. You've never written a song, okay?
I try to cheer you up.
You don't sing songs.
And those are in a bad situation. I do art. I walk a dog. I love poetry. I do asthma. And yet you wouldn't know it. You see the hate on YouTube.
God, I've got so many emails.
It's like, well, I remember the Nazi party doing it to a certain group of people before the war. That's how bad it is. They dehumanize me. Like this. Like.
What are you on about? Nazis? Alan, you remember the Nazis doing things, do you? You fucking nutter.
This is one of these trolls who decides to make me look like this.
That's you. I mean, that's your own face on your own screen. All I've done is turn up the colour.
Come on, that's
old news, isn't it?
Why dehumanize me? I don't think it's fair. Why will they do something like this to me? I can get it in the picture. I can't. Basically, I wonder why that's not showing. I don't know.
Because you've got your awful setup. Like the do you understand the focal length of the camera? And like, you know, I'm a little bit in and out of focus today because I had to reset the focus on the camera. But do you not understand any of it, Alan? No. Now you're out of focus. The microphone's in focus. It's off to the side. Like it's just.
They make me look like a monster.
The man can't even do a proper video talk anymore.
I like to see myself as some sort of entertainment, guys. I hope I
am.
You're not.
You're entertaining because we laugh at you.
But
But that's
of the
about
people
it.
that I'm going to be taking to court. No. Of course, I can't take people to court that live in another country. But I certainly can get the British ones. And I'm going to. So I've read things like that I'm running scared and there's fear. No, I'm
so many emails,
head-on
man.
Collision with you guys. I'm not afraid of any of you. Good grief, I'm 68. Who cares? What happens to me now? It doesn't matter. You don't frighten me. I'm not running scared, and I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. There's a song called that. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. So my kids believe in me. They don't want me to give up. I'm not going to give up. In fact, they bought me this stress ball because that's what I think of you trolls. That's all you are to me. Dog's poo on the side of the.
You can't. Can you not? Do you not notice you can't even
hear
him
here tonight
talking?
to get you guys to take part. I really am. I really am. I really am. And I'm sure you can do some good. I know you can. For instance, let's have a look at what you're up against.
Alan said that I lived in Warwickshire, didn't he? Do you remember that? Do you remember Alan said I lived in Warwickshire? Listen, I'm going to mute him. Alan said that I lived in Warwickshire. He's right, you know, but he said it, didn't he? So I wonder if you're allowed to say, like, the part of the world that someone lived in. You know, for example, Weston-super-Mare. People talk about Weston-super-Mare. That doesn't count as doxing him, does it? I don't know. For example, if you said Exmouth, that wouldn't count as doxing him, would it? I don't know. For example. For example, Exmouth. Like, I don't know if that would count as doxing him.
That's one of them. And I'm going to ask you, I'll tell you what I want you to do to them in a minute, but let's get...
You're going to tell me what you want us to do to them? What do you mean?
Show you the main perpetrators.
Who's going to do...
Here's the star of the show.
I haven't even watched this. Oh,
5
God.
years.
I mean, but this is yesterday. Isn't this what he plans to do today?
10 a week. Armchair detective. Armchair detective. I am his life. Look, I am his life.
No, you're his
He's got a
YouTube
girlfriend,
channel.
but she's his carer. So his carer helps...
Throwing around the disability slurs.
Tape house scams. Does anybody ever believe this crap? No. They call him the guy that's never right. Armchair detective. Armchair.
Look at the jerky quality of his internet. Fucking hell, Alan.
This is an obsession of hate.
And what's your point?
And I'm relying on you guys. I'm relying on you guys to think what's happened to you over the last 5 years.
What's happened to who?
Look at him.
It's
Look at him.
Spanners. Who's he talking to?
This is Martin. This is the right-hand man to Junior. The one that said to Junior, I'll give you some money. You can pay me back when you
We
get
need to
all
make
the
it into
money.
like
I've got
fun
the
and
screenshot.
games, but it's not fun and games, is it?
Frankie's
It's just
in this
fucking
man's chat
boring.
for 2 years, laughing about me and joking about me. He doesn't do it now because the solicitor told him to stop. Doesn't matter. I've got all the screenshots.
You're naughty for watching it.
This is the right-hand man of the fund. This is the man I'm going to be bringing to court. They've already had a cease and desist.
You're not going to take them to court.
Just before the court case, if there is one, which there won't be, I will.
You haven't sent a cease and
get the judge on
desist.
it.
You showed. Like, this is the other one. All right, yeah, sorry. I can quickly sum up a couple of things. Shouldn't I? Armchair detective. You idiot. Is it this one? You
I have a
idiot.
story on that for
He
you.
was going on about
And you
showing
will be
receipts.
shocked. Stay with us.
Well, he plays his own video in this
You're
one.
talented. They're jealous. Is that so? God.
Plays his own video from like he plays an old stream
like-
essentially,
On a knife edge daily. Well,
and like there's receipts.
of course,
but
when you
there's
do
not receipts.
19, I'm
Because
the pictures.
He says
Maybe
that he sent. Oh, I can't even be arsed with it. It's so bad. Look at the quality of how bad it is. Look at that.
some his client,
Oh, the thumbnail and every like it's just
Family.
dog trash.
I think she is.
The Daily
Was it not
Mirror now.
For your Frankie Russo. He's
I just can't even
Just
be
want
asked
you
with
to
any of
know.
it. In fact, I can't be asked with that. Right. The thing that he said was he showed a piece of paper that he said, and like he showed it. So it was so funny actually. Maybe I should show this one because he's like, here's receipts, and it was so small you couldn't even fucking read it on the screen. I'm giving him a view count now by clicking through this bollocks.
and they asked
But was it this one where he showed his cease and desist stuff, right? This is a draft. Okay, let me get Kiddie Kun out of the way. Like, the man's an idiot, but I suppose he's only playing to fools, isn't he now? So he's only playing to fools. This is a draft. It says, dear name, urgent, RE cease and desist. Now, I don't know anyone who would use bold and underlining. That's not very professional, but dear name. So this hasn't been sent out to anyone because it's a draft. It says dear name, okay? So what happened with Alan is he instructed, if true, which not true, but he claims to have instructed a solicitor. He's got the receipts. He's got a fucking receipt from a solicitor. The receipt says to draft a letter, not to send it. Was it this one? No, that's just a fucking tiny chat thing. Like, I can't even find his own bollocks anymore. It didn't say to send. It said it's a draft to draft. So, like, if you instruct the solicitor to send the letter, then they're working on your instruction. You have to, what's the word? You know, you have to pay them over time to work on your instruction, don't you? But if you just ask them to draft you a letter and then say, please don't do anything else, that's the end, then that's the end. So that's the end. That's what happened. They didn't send the letters. They drafted them. That's the maximum that you could prove. And it wasn't proof. It was a little piece of paper that you could have done yourself on fucking Word for Windows.
now all long-term loyal subscribers and members of my channel will have all witness to the outrageous and unwarranted abuse and harassment I've endured over the past.
Like, this is just self-indulgence for 3 episodes with the filter on. The microphone's over here. You can't hear him.
Pathetic old woman.
Oh, pathetic old woman. Sorry.
I'm
Probably
not
got that.
longer going to sit here and wait, see what's in store for me. I'm going to be proactive and attack.
Proactive and
I think
attack.
that's the best way.
That's a new way. That's novel, isn't it, Alan? Because the day I met you on the internet, when you stole my content and I left a polite comment to ask you if you could remove it, you went straight on the attack then as well. Look at him. Look at what the filter does to his neck. I assume that's the filter doing it, or is that your actual neck, Alan? You should wind it in. You should wind it in. I think we'll get more tonight than we will on Alan's stream. I need to make it cheerful. I can't... How do I make it cheerful? How do I make it fun? I don't feel like it's fun anymore, like this bollocks. I don't feel like laughing about this. I feel like I can't believe anyone watched it this week. I just can't believe it. Like, he's 20 minutes to go before he comes on, so we've got to watch some of it. But who decided to watch any of it? Like, what? This is so drab. It's even hard to listen to.
Forward. I've decided to fight back against this, in my opinion, frivolous claim. Because when you harass somebody, you can't sue them for harassing you. I've been told that by my lawyer when I could afford to have it.
when I could afford to have it. So you don't have a lawyer now then?
There's not a lawsuit.
And when he said, when you harass someone, you can't be sued for harassment, what he means is you can't sue them for harassment because you've been harassing them. That's what she means. And you're not being sued for harassment, you're being sued for defamation.
Trolls say it's a claim and not a case. There is no court date. There is no... Look, only 5% of court claims go to court. 95% are kicked out. Do you think this is not going to get kicked?
95% are not kicked out. That's a made-up statistic, completely made up. A lot of court cases are settled, but like 95% of court cases are not kicked out. It's ridiculous.
Kicked out. Some young man living in bloody Carolina trying to take me to court in my own country. You think that's going to actually happen? When the evidence I've got that I've been attacked? No.
Tabby Whisper, trouble is you don't know what to believe with AD, how much he's actually done that he said he's done. He's maybe not everyone sees the lies, like maybe, I mean, I don't want to point out every tell and things like that because then he might try and modify his behaviour, but he is a narcissist and he's slightly different to the average liar. Okay, but we look at collections, we call them clusters. Body language is not an exact science, yeah, whatever. I can tell when you're lying, Alan. But a lot of what he says is lying, but you have to unpick the underpinning and decide why he's doing this, what his motivations are. Like for this week, his motivations have been really it's about the court case, and Alan tries to bully people. He doesn't. What he should do is he should apologise, back down, delete the videos, all that business. But he tries to bully people, and so he's put a lot of pressure on by trying to say, oh, you can't win, oh, you get nothing, oh, this and that, oh, you've got faults, to try and worry Frankie Rusick about the British legal system and make him worried that maybe he shouldn't go ahead, or that he hasn't got the money, or that he's trying to just intimidate his opponent. And it's a waste of speech, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of time and whatever on the internet. I can't believe he got the thousands of views though. It's because you chuffers have been watching, isn't it? So he's just flapping in the wind like that, trying to put pressure on his opponents, but also at the same time he's quite aware that in the near future, if this all goes ahead, he's going to be proven to be a liar in court. So he's lining up for his subscribers and the people that follow him all the excuses in advance and all the reasons in advance. And you know, but on top of that, really what he's doing is just creating a big drama about himself. Just creating a big drama about himself because his content is in the shitter. So drama content, as he said himself, YouTube likes drama content. Well, look at it. He's doing a bad version of the Daily Mirror from Alan's perspective. It's just really fucking awful. His thumbnails are fucking gash. Like, they're gash. It's just shit. It's so... I'm trying to find the funny in it, but it's just so bad.
Saying keep paying into the fund, but
you can't hear
pays
him.
into it. It's been on my bed, on my head for 2 years and more. No, it's going to go on forever, isn't it? Just raise money to get AD. I don't talk about his damn sister's case. I don't. I've got no intention of talking about Chris Watts' case.
Okay, so we've heard about that. You've talked about it every day of your life.
Like King Canute with the tide. I'm going to stop the tide.
What are you on
about? You've been
about?
defamed through this truther organisation. There's only 3 of them left now.
There's only 3 truthers left.
Carer.
He's off his head because there's a load of people that consider themselves to be part of that truther group. They all, like, you know, jammy fucking trousers, code red is part of your fucking, you know, group, isn't she now? So she's not a truther anymore. Like, what are you on about? There's loads of them. They just don't get any airtime on the internet because they're idiots.
And this Val hairdresser.
But there's nice ones, like obviously the people who are right on his case, who are like piercing the veil, Val, Tosha, Martin, you know, they're on the top of his mind now, aren't they?
They're gone.
And he thought he'd resurrect their beef because they're a slightly easier foe to deal with than Super Chuffer.
So
if you want fun, you watch him get struck for copyright of Mike and Mechanics. Yeah, I can't because of the copyright. I won't be listening to that Mike and Mechanics bit, but I'm your daddy, Alan. You got problems with your relationship with your father. I've got a question about that. Who is he manipulating there, right? Who is he manipulating there? Is he manipulating the audience? Because one of his techniques is to make them feel emotional. Oh, I've lost someone too. Oh, I feel emotional about the relationship with my father. And then he'll twist. It's like, get you emotional and then ask you for what I want. Make you do what twist you. He uses emotion as a lever. Okay, so I don't imagine he feels himself emotional about his own relationship with his father, so he made this song. But what might have happened is his own family might have disowned him even further this week and don't want to fucking talk to him. And he's done that song, so if his own daughter listens, she might want to call her dad before it's too late because she's decided not to fucking deal with his problems anymore and just to tell him to fuck off.
But they're the three that I'm going to take to court.
He's like a Bond villain.
They're my
look.
witnesses.
He's a
They're my
savage,
witnesses for me.
saggy ballsack.
So what's your opinion of the Crowd Justice Fund?
I don't
What
care.
effect does it have on you? Have you one of the ones that paid money in thinking it was going to get AD off YouTube? It was never intended to get me off YouTube. It was intended to make money. Were you misled by Claire?
You're misleading them all now.
You
You're just creating a narrative.
She pretended to be a lawyer. She did a week.
But what does it even matter about what the lawsuit's aim is? Once it goes through, we'll find out, won't we? Fucking wittering on about they want money and they want this.
Did you get your money back? Do you want your money back? Have you tried to get your money
He's got
back?
a house.
What emails have you had from Cohen? What have you said? What has Frankie's family said to you when you asked the money back? What abuse have you had from them? What harassment have you had from the truthers for asking your money back? I want to know it all with screenshots. Send it to ADSubs 007.
What a waste of everyone's
gmail.com.
time.
Whatever they've done
Well,
to you.
Alan's not going to be dealing with it. Kaka is, isn't he?
I wanna know.
She.
I want to know. As for the boy that sings
Think
songs
so,
about having sex
Fiona.
with my children, he's under police investigation. There's nothing I can do. I've been told.
I'm not under police investigation. They don't give a fuck. I never said I wanted to have sex with his daughter. I said I wanted to take her to New York and buy her a nice dinner. But now that I found out she basically looks like him, I'm not so interested.
Can't talk about that. He's under police investigation. That's all I can tell you. God knows when it. I don't know what's going to happen to him, but he's going to get it.
No, nothing's going to happen. I'm going to get nothing. You can just get fucked, Alan. Like, I've offered you out. I've offered you a YouTube boxing match. I've offered you talk to me on a stream. Like, you won't. Alan is such a fucking baby pussy. He won't even talk on the internet with me. Do you think he's going to be able to fucking touch me in real life? Get bent, Alan.
I'm staying out of it. You cross the line when you sing songs about having sex with people's children.
I didn't do that. You crossed the line when you fucking sung with kids on Smule. Let's not get this out of perspective. All this pedo shit is coming from you being a fucking dodgy... Like, he's searched for child porn on the internet, yeah? He's... like, I'll tell you what's making me mad about it. I was watching some of those pedo hunters earlier, and like, actually, like, these fucking people, they need locking up. Alan, people like you, people who search for child porn on the internet, people who claim it was all for research and then do a really hastily put together YouTube video with that research that doesn't say anything and makes you look like even more fucking dodgy. Mother licks cunt off daughter's face. You started an agency for boys and girls. You fucking, like, Val's doing a big list. I'd rather watch Val's videos than yours, to be honest. We'll watch a bit of Val today. We will watch a bit of Val. But Alan, like, get this clear. You've got no friends. You've got no allies. Nobody likes you. Your YouTube career's on its arse. It's like you're scraping out the Marmite jar now for the fucking last little bits around, and they're all the gacky bits with the bits of toast in. So you're doing drama content about yourself. Like, you're a sad case, and you can't even set up a microphone properly so we can hear what you're saying.
You cross the line that I'm never going to forget or forgive or ever stop talking about it.
You'll never stop talking about it. Like, it's like a parody of a Bond villain.
About it at the moment because in police hands. That's it for the battery boy.
You called me the botty boy again. Fucking hell, I didn't watch this, and now I'm watching it. You called me a botty boy again. What's wrong with you? Homophobic slurs.
So the impact and harassment has had on my channel is unbelievable. I don't get paid hardly anything anymore. I can't.
Yeah, you're getting nothing. Yeah, the impact it's had on you, Alan, is that people can see you for who you really are, singing with kids on Smule, setting up a collaboration so that several kids could join the room all at once. Yeah, I've got you all now. And then doing your little song while they do their little scared singing, they call it, singing. I'm scared this man's on the thing with me. You know, I don't know what happens after that, Alan, but fucking hell, that was just at the start of your Smule career. Maybe that was the only one you left visible by mistake. You dirty man. You seedy, horrible, dirty man, singing with kids on Smule. I'm not having it. Oh, it was only a duet. Oh, it happened a few weeks later, and we're all going to twist it around now. And Scott's bad because he sang a song about my daughter. Like, get bent, Alan, singing with kids on Smule. You seedy, horrible man. What about locking kids up in the fucking, like, underage girls in the pub that you were running in, apparently it's not Bristol, it might be Weston-super-Mare. Well, what about that, Alan? They had to climb out and run away. What about that one? That's a rumour that you yourself perpetuated on your channel, so I'm happy to repeat it because it's something that you've said. Oh my God, Alan. Like, Val's list is going to be, like, I want to see Val's list video, really. She's done a couple of lists at the end of her recent videos, so maybe we should watch a couple of those because, like, I totally agree with her. And, like, I'm just tripped out sometimes to see the audacity of it, the absolute stinking audacity of it. You're a creep, Alan. You're a dirty creep. Like, you know, like, the things I'm saying on the internet make you sound bad. Oh no, they say it's so bad. What about on your Telegram messenger? I bet that makes you look fucking bad. I can't, you know, what about, like, you know, the things that you know behind the scenes that we don't see, Alan? I mean, every time we dig around and we find something, like your poker gambling and the losses and the apps you use in your daughter's name, like the fucking weird Facebook accounts with different people's names, the singing with kids on Smule under a different name. What's wrong with you, Alan? Why are you doing this?
I pay my rent this month. Have
Pay
you
your
noticed
rent?
that I only get 300 people in chat, 200 people, 100 people.
Your fucking
It's
pension
raining
can
again.
pay your
I
rent
couldn't
and you
be
can fuck
happier.
off.
Jigsy sent tippies.
Thanks, Jigsy. Big ups,
Super
Jigsy.
Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Thanks. When he goes live, we'll watch it and maybe I'll start laughing and create some fun. But with these lolcows, there's like these ups and downs. I think we should all be quite angry at Alan this week. But maybe he's tried to make us angry. Maybe that's it. Because he wants this drama and this poke and this push and this pull. But he's sad. He's pond scum.
I used to get 1,000. They destroyed the channel.
I've destroyed your channel recently. Anything you were getting after Nicola Bully, gone. But really, the truth is, Alan, you destroyed yourself because of all the things you've said and done. Like, you can't make content, so you're doing this instead. And it's lousy.
It's pathetic. And here's the joke, right? In their process of trying to destroy me, they try to manipulate me. Yeah, they do. Lizzie, don't talk
What are you
about
on about?
the Madeleine McCann case. She tried to
Manipulate you. They tell you to your face, do this, stop doing this, you arsehole. It's not like Alan is the manipulator.
get out of my spanners and stop me talking about the Madeleine McCann case. So
He
she's
now
sat there
needs a
saying, "Don't
stress
talk about
ball
the
on
McCann
his
case,"
live
right?
streams because he's just ranting about himself.
So I think, oh, I won't do the McCann much.
No one
And then,
cares.
Nicola Bully case. I've got the truthers going, don't talk about the Nicola Bully case.
What?
So I think, all right, I dropped the Nicola Bully case. I can't be bothered with the hassle.
You ran out of things to
And
say.
I got the Chris Watts case. With them, don't talk about the Watts case. If you stop talking about the Watts case, we'll leave you alone. That's what I was told.
That's why you're still talking about it to this day, because you want the attention, you sad bastard.
6 months I haven't done the Watts case, and they're worse than
Big
ever.
up, Swordbod.
So I've got 3 different groups telling me not to do my 3 bigger cases: McCann, Bully, Watts. Why do I listen to them? I do it. I try to, like, if I'd be amenable and try to be.
Who's
try to
watching
do
this
what they
this
want,
week?
right? Which is just the crime channel. They still don't.
Who's watching this week? Why are people watching this? I can't get my head around it.
It's raining
It's an old.
again.
I mean, not being
Jovic
ageist, but it's an old man.
And then fruit.
Thanks, Chuck
Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Savani. Thank you for that. It's an old man, and he's just ranting about himself, and it's stuff you've heard before. It's like watching repeats of fucking quiz shows where you know all the answers.
Yeah, thank you. I've got support there. From
What are you doing, Hosey Nana?
Why should I be controlled by these twats who can't produce more
Twats. You've got a filter on.
than 1,000 subscribers each? You want me to talk about the Watts?
Subscriber shaming. But you can't pull the numbers, Alan.
You want me to talk about McCanns? You want me to talk about Nicola Bully? They've sterilised me. I have the rights to talk about anything, and I probably will.
Well, go on then.
Because I've had enough of it.
Don't fucking moan about what these other people. Oh, this old woman said this about me. Why are you doing that then? Why don't you just fucking do what you want? If you like, this is what you want because this is what you're doing.
I have had enough of this. They don't pay my rent. They don't pay my life. They don't pay my.
Going on about money, the monies. It's about the monies, isn't it? Get on there and leverage your fucking pay pigs for money.
bill, my tax. They don't pay my anything, and yet they want to manipulate what I can say.
The council pay it, don't
If
they?
it wasn't
Alan,
this
through your
court case, I would
fucking
talk about the what?
pension.
McCann's, I will continue to talk about, and Nicola Bully, I will talk about when I feel necessary. The Watts case,
When you've
It's
got
just
some
too toxic
content
at
to
the
rip off.
well, I'm not talking about it because of them. I'm not talking about it because of this stupid
Oh,
court case.
I'm not talking about it because of them. I'm not talking
What
about
right
it
have they got to
because
tell me what to do on my own channel? A little channel with 300 people watching. It's pathetic. They watch every second of me every night. It's pathetic.
what are you on about? That's the views you're getting. You see what I mean? Like, look at his neck. See the view? Like, oh, they're pathetic. They're watching me. Oh, I like watching me, obviously, because I like the views, but they're pathetic. Like,
This has had an
Okay.
impact on my ability to make a living or even survive.
oh, it's had an impact on your ability to make a living. That's because you've now looked up what the point of suing someone for defamation is, and the point is if it's had an ability to affect your livelihood, then they are the fucking slander and libel. No one cares. No one cares. Your ability to do anything is compromised by the fact that you're a fucking idiot, Alan. Your ability to play poker is compromised by the fact that you're an idiot. Your ability to run a restaurant because you're a crook was compromised. Your ability to... What have you done? What have you done, Alan? You're a DJ at that club wearing a leotard and crying in the corner. Alan, you're a no mark. Your ability to do anything is compromised by the fact that you're a fucking idiot. Like, get it straight. All right, Alan, get it straight. Look at yourself in the mirror and get it straight.
This is the repercussions of their abuse.
You can't even set up a microphone.
Me and my family members to make it so I can't even pay my rent. And I promise you that all the information you send me will be treated with strictest confidence.
3 minutes.
Don't want to break
to
data protection. That's why I
broadcast.
say, do not give me your address. We're all aware of the hideous behaviour and what they do. You've seen it. You've seen the troll. You've seen the little weed, what he says.
The little weed, that's me then. So he is talking about me. I didn't think he was talking about me this week. Alan, seen the hideous behaviour? You set up an agency, an escort agency for men, women, boys and girls, but you didn't offer any men or women or stag parties or anything, and you were only contactable through Facebook. Front for child trafficking. I don't know all this child pizza stuff, right? This fucking annoys me today because I was watching, I'll show you what I was watching. I'll just show you. Not add-ons, you chuffer. History. This is what I was watching earlier. 8 hours Genshin music, that's the background. I was watching Steve Bunce, then this was this. So this guy's really good, and he's talking to this other guy who's not so fucking good. The police are there, because this fucking guy on the fucking Instagram, you know, talking to the... Don't know why the adverts are on it, I've just watched it all earlier, chuffer. This guy with the adverts on it, you know, talking
First
to the
exposed
kids.
to you?
Sorry.
I really couldn't tell you.
Okay, so that's been quite a while ago, maybe?
Sure.
Okay. So, of course, the reason I'm asking about is because you know, younger ladies, or at least younger ladies represented as being, you know, cartoons represented as being, you know, way younger ladies.
Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Thank you, Louise. Let's get the tippies going today, because I haven't been on so much this week. Pay by rent. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
There are cosplayers, grown adults that dress up.
Right, but this is
following.
right, but this is a cartoon thing. You know, this is what I'm talking about.
So this guy was into it through cartoons, and then he was looking at gymnastics, and then he was like, "Oh, it's just, you know, fitness videos, and they just happen to be underage." And like, there's all this going. Like, I've been watching one of these today, so I might be in this little eggy mood. But I tell you what came up in this, constantly came up, is this guy kept referring to things as pizza sites, and it turns out there's a network on other apps, and they refer to it as pizza, like the network does. It's a pizza network, and like they all know what pizza means. I'll get the transcript and Alt F. No, Alt something. Fuck, I should remember this. Fuck. I thought it was Alt and F. It's not Alt and F. What? Alt and... No. One of the buttons allows you to search through this. I was looking to look for the word pizza. Hang on, I'll find it. Google how to search transcript. Simple 2-step guide. Open it and press Control F. Control F. Learn something new every day. Control F. I learned it the other day, but I forgot it. Alright, pizza. So this is evidence of this, look.
Benefit of the doubt. Maybe you didn't know what these pizza pages were, but...
These pizza pages.
So, I mean, looking at your Telegram activity and stuff like that, I mean, you know, maybe, yeah, I mean, sure, benefit of the doubt. Maybe you didn't know what these pizza pages were, but eventually you did know what they were, based on these messages here between us two. When I asked you, do you trade pizza? And you said, I have a little pizza. So obviously it became a point.
So the guy said to him, do you trade pizza? And he said, I have a little pizza.
When I asked you, do you trade pizza? And you said, I have a little pizza. So obviously it became a point where, you know, you started to know the lingo, you started to know what it was. When did it go from you maybe not knowing what all this was to knowing what this type of stuff was?
I mean, I guess just here recently, I wasn't really aware of what anything.
Like how recently, you think?
Recently the police turn up and arrest you, you fucking chuffer. So just like rang in my ears, like, you know, because he keeps going on about it. This was before my time, wasn't it? Oh, they say that I did pizza orders and sold pizzas. Thank you very much, Andy. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's come up twice there. Rent money. Rent money. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it for the super chat. The pizza thing, it's ringing in my ears, you know. Big ups, Bubble and Brew. Thank you.
Bubble Brew sent tippies. We love you, Scotty Hottie. I only have eyes for you. Super Chuffer.
Some of you chuffers have been watching him this week, I tell you. It's made me cross. It's my own fault. If I restream him, he doesn't get as many views, does he? So it's my own fault. I need to restream more. But I just felt it wasn't really worth it this week. But then obviously you chuffers, some of you chuffers thought it was worth having a watch. And he said some particular things, and maybe I'm not going to get them all picked out, you know. But we're still waiting for him to go live. He's not on yet. But this child pizza thing, yeah, this pizza thing, the code, like he kept going on about it and saying like they said I was selling kids like pizza to America. So what he's done is he's taken the factual stuff, right, the facts, because remember he said he looked into child porn on the internet. He said that he looked into it and he learned about it, and he knows that they don't want kids under a certain age because they have to change their nappies. He knows what preferences paedophiles have, yeah. So to think that he did all this research and he researched it and all this, but he didn't learn the terms, so he couldn't search for it properly. Maybe that's just naivety. Or maybe he does learn the terms and he knows what pizza is, right? Not pizza like, you see, regardation police, right? We're not going full adrenochrome, no, like, he's turned it into this, and this is what the child porn people do, right? I've said the words now, is they actually trade, like, they've got code words, like, have you got pizza? I've got a small pizza. That was just factual, you know, you just saw it then in this Predators guy, he's called NVCAP. Subscribe to him, NVCAP.
It's raining again.
So
I couldn't be happier.
Someone sent
Big ups.
tippies.
Thank you, that's loads.
Big ups, Scotty Hottie, love you.
Research
it was research
purposes.
purpose only, Boss XX.
Research is only,
Super
yeah.
Chuffer owes 30 hugs.
Thank you, that's loads, thank you. It says someone, I'm just going to check, because...
It's raining again. I couldn't be
BCTV,
Thank you,
happier.
a different
BCTV.
videographer with opinions, sent tippies. Good evening, Scott and our Chuffer crew. Super Chuffer owes 10 hugs.
Thank you, BCTV. That someone was Silver Moon Warrior, so thank you. Thank you. Why is it going so fast? Oh, it's because I've got it on 1.75 speed, normal. So the problem with this child porn pizza thing is, right, if you do know the lingo and you are involved and you're getting into all that, yeah, then you know what it means. And it doesn't mean selling kids like pizza to America, but you might twist
Sally
it.
Lovejoy sent tippies.
Thank you, Sally.
Standing room only for the 50 waiting in Alan's live stream. Super Chuffer
You won't get the
owes
numbers
10
tonight
hugs.
because we're restreaming. I need to do it more often. Thank you. What I'm saying is, he's taken something that's factual. They do use this term pizza. They do trade in like how many pizza or how big a pizza. I don't know. I've just learned that amount of it. But he's twisted it to make it sound ridiculous. And this is how liars do. They caught in something that's true. Say, oh, it's ridiculous. I couldn't possibly selling kids like pizza to America. Oh, maybe it's not that. Maybe it's trading in child porn. Maybe it's that. And maybe it is a real piece of lingo that they actually use. So the fact that you would just brush it off and say it just sounds ridiculous. It doesn't sound ridiculous. Not at all ridiculous. It sounds like bang on the fucking money if that's the sort of thing that's going on. And then you've got someone who's singing on Smule. And then you've got someone who's got this past record of all this dodgy shit. And here's the man himself.
Oh, hello there.
Where's the microphone? Put the microphone in front of your face. What are you dressed like?
And one day in the sun, look. One day in the sun.
Yeah, it hasn't made the filter wear off, has it?
Do you tap easy?
I can't hear
Some
you.
people can tan, some people can't.
You haven't put the creative captions on, the closed
Really?
captions. You haven't put
Well,
that on.
Nancy. Everyone else? Banners.
What are you going to be like today?
John Sharman, I like that.
What are you going to be like? I can see right up your nose, you idiot. What are you going to be on today?
Nice.
Are you going to keep calm, Alan? He's already trying it. He's
Right.
already trying it. He's already thinking,
Settle
stay
down,
calm.
Settle down.
Settle down, he
Little
said.
bones.
Settle down. Stay calm.
What deep
Settle
voice?
down.
Sorry. I could do
Stay calm, Alan.
voiceovers
Settle
for
down.
film
I could do
trailers,
voiceovers for... No, you couldn't, Alan.
You've never seen a film like this, and you never will again.
In a world where one man
I do.
stands alone against the
I will
trolls,
kill you.
Kiddie come. He
Liam
said,
Neeson.
I thought he said that here, Nielsen, as if to poke at Val.
Again, Ashton Pope.
You
regularly.
sad bastard.
Well,
I will
happy
find
summer.
you.
Anyway, everyone.
And I will.
Tomorrow we have a day
I'm
off.
Alan Vinnicombe, famous for my deep
So
voice.
I'll be here tomorrow, as you know.
Fucking prick.
I'm thinking about.
What a prick.
I'll be back on Sunday. Only one day off this week. Wow.
You can't hear you, Alan.
Tonight's show.
Wittering in
As
the
you
day
know,
room.
There's a young man
With his
in America trying to take me to court in my own
background.
country. There is no court date. There is no trial. It's called a civil case, and he wants money off me, and he's not going to get it.
Repeats.
Simple as that. Well, he is helped and abetted by a certain troll of mine that goes back beyond
Abetted?
the Watts case.
Abetted.
Called Martin Diem. He's Norwegian.
We're going to give Martin a kicking today.
But he's had a revamp. He's come over to England now, and someone's looking after him. And
No one's looking after you, are they, Alan?
Someone gave him a bath, and he cleaned him up. And stuck some false teeth in his mouth, and
Right? No one's looking after you, are they, Alan?
Not like the rest of us,
Now it's ad hominem attacks.
He's actually a troll, a gang stalking
It's
troll.
ad hominem attacks. So you want to do ad hominem attacks, right?
Wangle his way from
You
Norway
look like a pedophile.
to Lancashire.
What's that young hat and that jazzy T-shirt?
Well,
You
his
look
handler,
like a pedophile.
I say his handler is a woman that looks after him. So he's living with this woman in Lancashire. And this
You look
woman
like a ham sandwich
supposed
that's been
to
left
be
out in the sun.
retired early because she has problems.
Under Armour cap like Emma White.
So she gets her.
He's wearing his Emma White Under Armour cap. I love it.
I'm 68.
Emma White wore that
I had to
Under
wait
Armour
till I
cap,
was
didn't she, when she was hiding a
seems to get
broken
pension
tooth?
at 50 something because she has some sort of problems. They don't look like problems. I see her out drinking and dancing and having a great time with this boyfriend of hers that she brought over from Norway. And she lives on this complex. I don't know. Anyway, she's moved him into this complex, but they're not even allowed to have people living there.
He's trying to
They've
poke
set
up.
up this den to troll me 24/7, right? So he's come over from Norway. She's put him up in this sheltered housing complex that she's not supposed to have anybody there because she's on benefits, right? But anyway, she's got this bloke there.
What a
somehow, and he's
nasty
living there.
man. What
And they
a
spend
nasty
their whole
man.
day plotting how to destroy my life. That's all they do. They
No,
plot,
yeah,
make
we're
a
plotting
video,
destroy my
talk
life.
to other people, plot some
Plotting,
more,
yeah.
make a video,
Can you imagine?
and
And
that's how it goes on.
between
It's
you
so
and me,
weird,
right?
isn't it?
Between you and me.
Let me show you what happened today with this sick individual, Dion,
You're the sick
who
bastard,
stalks me
Alan.
and makes films about me
And what about singing my kids on
every day
Smule?
of his life.
Oh, there we
5.5
go.
years.
Oh, there we go. What's this again? Madeline McCann, The Truth Behind the Lie. He loves this fucking page. He's always on this page, isn't he, with that picture of Madeline?
It's raining again. I couldn't be happier.
Always on this
Jixie
page.
sent tippies. ISNT Red Nose Day.
Thank you, Jigsy.
Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
He's a red nose day. No, he's got his red hat on, yeah. This always on this page, and also you can see that in this chat involves that picture of Alan Vinnicombe there, but Alan is not Alan Vinnicombe on his own page. He's got this blacked out thing on his Facebook. Doesn't make him look like a paedophile at all, then, does it?
I don't want that actually.
No, you don't want that, actually. That was a mistake, wasn't it? That was a mistake, you dunderheaded dunce. You fucking clown. You klutz. Can you never get things right, Alan? On your own show, how many times are you going to show us the wrong desktop image and make yourself panic as you wonder what you've just shown us? How many times? This one just happened to say, show chat, all my love, Michelle. Genetic code video on CJF fraud comments. YouTube.com watch. So I don't know who's who here. I don't know who's sending it. Francia. I don't know, like, is this a group? This is probably a group one, but I don't know, you'd have to work. I'm not big on Facebook, but somebody's sending somebody a message here, and I think the one at the top is the ones received. But all my love, Michelle, so it's come in from Michelle. And at the bottom here, Francia has put genetic code video on CJF fraud comments. So, all right, well done, Francia and Michelle. What are you doing there with him? Allying yourself with this predator, this manipulator, this abusive narcissist, this savage, this sick man. Sick mind and a sick man.
I don't want that actually. Oh, Madeline McCann. All I want to do is get the picture up. Bear with me.
Bear with me while I work out how to do something that I do every fucking day on my computer all the fucking time. Are you not prepared for your own show, Alan? How come you can't work the internet again?
Present screen. Stop screen, present screen. I'll get there.
Pizza means porn does it, Fiona. Like I said, in this video, right?
It's raining again. I couldn't be happier.
Big ups.
Inspector C Reform BBC sent tippies. Hi Scott MD, that's AD Mad Detective now. It must be the worst channel on here. Ho, did he ever 80 subs? He got more repeats than BBC.
The way you get big subs.
£3 towards your trip to New York.
Thank you. Thank
Super
you.
Chuffer
Definitely
owes
still
3
looking forward to
hugs.
doing that in the future at some point. And we're going to do the art competition. I just haven't got my fucking finger out this week, but I forgot to mention it at the start of today's episode again, which is stupid of me. But we'll start it up. I promise. We'll start it and we'll finish it at the end of August. Promise. The thing, Fiona, about this cheese pizza. Cheese pizza is an analogy, like, because CP, child porn, cheese pizza, child porn, like, because it's a CP. So there's that. But also, apparently in these groups, they send each other messages like, have you got a big pizza? Do you want pizza? And that in itself is the lingo they're using. So I don't know all about it, but Alan's saying about selling children like pizzas to America, he's twisting what the truth is. And the truth is, they were conversing about pizza, right? They were conversing about pizza, and it's the sort of lingo that the paedophiles use. So he's tried to twist it, and I don't have the clips. I don't remember. I wasn't in the Dr. B era. Maybe he deleted all those videos as well, so no one can see them anymore because they incriminate him. But he tries to twist it like it was something strange and innocent, that he's been accused of something that sounds ridiculous. But it doesn't sound ridiculous when you learn that actual sex predators are using that language. It's just another thing on the long list of things that point towards Alan doing some illicit trade. And Alan uses people like objects because he's a narcissist. So he doesn't care what kids think and feel. He doesn't care if they're upset. He makes money off them. They're objects for making money.
Sent tippies. Get some star dog on me. It's a random
I'm seeing a
comment.
mate
Thank
tomorrow,
you for
yeah.
how gently you brought us chuffers out of the Nicholas case after the inquest results. I only realised last night. What a smooth transition. It has been him off on a baked tangent. Thank you, Scotty White smiley
No worries.
face hash.
Thanks. I do have some more
Super
Nicola Bully
Chuffer
stuff to
owes
say,
10
but
hugs.
and we want to get Eddie on the show. I'm literally 2 weeks behind on looking at my emails now. But also we wanted to give it a bit of breathing space as well. Yeah, it was important. But there are still things I want to say and talk about, but just in the right way. Yeah. Thank you, Mean Green, for the £10 super chat. Big ups. Really appreciate it. I was just saying that Alan's got like this whole load of things that point towards him being like a sex trafficker, child pornographer. Like, it's not just because I'm saying it, it's because of all the stuff he's done, like all the stuff he said, all the stuff that's been brought to light, the account in Thailand, the trip to Thailand, the PayPal that was going to there's that. You've got the historical behaviour of abuse and con man artistry. You've got the fact that he admitted to talking about cheese pizza or pizza, but tried to twist it into something else. You've got the fact, the Smule account, which is now gone, all the effort he made to getting that back, to proving his innocence, right? All the effort he made to get that back, to prove his innocence. Yeah, Smule John Bray 6. That's gone. So, if it was so innocent, why has he deleted it again? Or has he deleted it? Or maybe Smule have. Like, there's so much laid on and laid on. And he's throwing around all this bullshit at everyone else. It's just fucking ridiculous. It is just fucking ridiculous. It's like smokescreen and bollocks so that you might worry about something. And really, it's just directed at his own people who watch him. Or maybe, right, this is another thing I thought. Could he have been so stupid? Last week, when he was moaning about, all this stuff, and I said, what happens if a new person comes to your channel? They've got no idea what you're talking about. It sounds like rubbish. What I meant was, stop doing it. But what Alan's done is he's created a whole series of videos to introduce people to his bollocks. So if you just come to the channel today and you don't know what's going on, now he's given you a whole narrative. He's spinning a narrative from his own. And now you do know what's going on. And now you're invested in some way. Like, it's so fucking self-absorbed. The dirty old man. Dirty
those of you
man.
can read.
Look, here we go as well. So,
You've got good eyesight.
so those of you that can read and have got good eyesight, Alan, it's illegible.
Susie Jew sent tippies. My bad, Scott. I took a look at ADS
Yeah, I know
Live
you
last
naughty
night.
chuffers.
Had a nightmare about being locked in a black room with pedo Alan waving a chainsaw over me. Serves my right. You need to be on more to stop the nightmares happening, XX.
I do. It's my own
Super
fault.
Chuffer owes 3
I need
hugs.
to restream it so you don't have to watch it. I do appreciate that, yeah. But you naughty chuffers, look, here he is again with his proof. You can't even read it. It's not that, oh, you need a big telly. Even on a big telly, Alan, at the resolution that you are broadcasting in and the size of this on your broadcast, it can never be read by anyone. And it doesn't matter because it's just a fucking line from a thing that anyone could write on a computer and cut out and make it look like this. It's irrelevant. It's not proof of anything.
Unlike me, I'm going to read
Are the people that watch him that stupid? Look at what he means.
crazy.
Look at what he does to you. Look at how he tries to manipulate and gaslight. He's this level of
smiling at the camera. It looks like some sort of
inept,
Charles Manson.
but also
Character,
a nasty
anyway.
chuffer, a nasty,
You decide what you
sleazy,
think he looks like.
uses people.
But he is addicted to me.
I'll tell you what, we've got the one bit I didn't show you because I didn't get to it because we didn't watch them this week. And we might go and look over his old broadcasts if you fucking really want. But what I did pick out was this. Oh no, that's just his neck. That's just the neck there. Alan and the neckline. I don't know what's going on with that. It doesn't look right. But what I did pick out, was I did pick out, and I obviously tweet a lot of different stuff. So, oh look, there's Alan. There's Angry Alan. There he is. There's Angry Alan. Dehumanized, if you want that for a thumbnail. Dehumanized. Oh no. I did pick out this, you know, this annoyed me.
Not that one, Kaka. Jeez. The letter from his solicitor complaining about the cease and desist. I sent it to you earlier. Let's have a relax.
The cease and desist. Oh, let's have a relax, he says. So you're not really angry because you're laughing, but you are. You think Kaka's an idiot and she can't get you the right letter up. So you're shouting at her because she's trying to help you on your stream and not quite getting it right. Oh, you idiot, Kaka. Like, how does she put up with this? Can't she see it? Can't she understand it? Can't you understand his mannerism and behaviour?
Jeez. The letter from his solicitor complaining about the cease and desist. I sent it to you earlier. Oh, let's have a relax a sec.
Let's have a relax, yeah. Eggy at Kaka. Eggy at Kaka. And yet they still back him.
And when I say addicted, I mean, I am his life. I am his life. So he's part of this here, as you see on the night's thumb.
Alan's repeating these mantras to himself, like, trying to make
What
himself
does he write here? Martin Diem. Here's where...
Alan, you can't even see it, you idiot.
Subs are sponsoring
You're like a full idiot at this point.
Plus, of course, what's lost in the poker tournament.
Alan, you can't even see it.
And he puts up a picture of
no one can see that.
It's called the Doubletree Hilton Coventry Room Society. So I was staying in that room.
Oh, this is from ages ago, Alan.
And picked out the actual
And when
room.
you go on your poker games and you
He
buy
actually
these
traced
tickets,
it to the room by looking through the
you
pictures.
post it on your
and said
fucking
what
thing,
room
and then
I
they
was in.
found out where it was. It's not like he
I had
doxed
to move
you.
hotels because of
He
it.
had to move hotels.
Now this is not
Pathetic.
social media. This
But
is
he didn't
real
even
life.
move hotels.
This is my life. When I've gone
He came
away
back
for
from
a
Malta
weekend
because we
in
found out
Coventry,
about it. This is my life.
and he sees fit to put it.
Let's
on
talk
our
about you,
YouTube
Alan.
streams.
Let's talk about you
Where I
and the
am.
smule.
What room?
I couldn't be happier.
Thanks,
Gamer
Gamer.
sent
I'm not
tippies.
satisfied with
Thank
that.
you. I need
I'm
to
a
chill
naughty
out.
chuffer.
When I'm playing
Are you
poker,
going
which
to
is
punish
my
me?
hobby,
Please.
sometimes I get on the TV
Super
table.
Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
So he organised
No
all
one's
these
getting punished.
people.
I just, you know.
When I got on the TV table to come into the chat.
Unless you want to go into
Now you've
Alan's
got
black
chat here
room.
Now. When I'm playing poker live, there's a chat. Besides
He's saying this
what
again.
they're
He's going on
watching.
about this
So
again.
he
Living in the
inundates it with all these
past.
trolls saying what a con man I am.
Living in
what
the
a crook
past.
I am, what a terrible person I am.
All these
About
people
10 of
saying
them
what a
turned
crook
up,
you are.
including him. So he's docked my hotel. He's docked my hotel room.
All he wants
He's
is the
told them
drama
where I'm
now.
playing,
At this
and
point,
he's
all he wants is the
showed me
drama.
live
Drippy Alan.
on my screen.
Droopy
and he's
Alan.
invading chat.
Alan, zombie
I mean,
Alan.
How far does it have to
He is
go
like a
before
zombie,
someone realises
right?
how dangerous it is?
Because he's
That's just one of the
basically
things.
the undead
I'll explain more later.
version of
but
his own content
just
now.
so you get to know him,
reincarnate
Liam.
as a zombie, isn't
He's
he? A
obsessed
zombie
with 5.5
shuffler
years.
of his own content.
he thinks he's helping Frankie Rusek. That's his excuse.
Going over his old content
For
again, like,
Being
you know,
obsessed with me, a man.
won't let anything
and
die,
he's a
won't
man,
let anything go.
supposedly. So, yesterday he puts up this.
It's
Pathetic
raining again.
creature he
I
is.
couldn't be happier.
Peter Howells sent tippies.
Thank you, Peter.
Hi Scott, big ups. Martin is totally getting to him, top man. Alan is as creepy as the snakes on his shirt.
Yeah.
Super Chuffer
Good
owes
symbolism
3
there, isn't
hugs.
it? The snakes on his shirt and the roses with the thorns. Ooh.
And we had
Alan's-
to copyright
Alan's
it
a
so no one
sexy
could
one.
do anything with it. So we copyrighted it.
No, what do you mean you've copyrighted it? What are you talking about?
You see my name there, Vinnicombe. Well, he put my damn address in Western.
Are you talking about the book?
Where I live. So he docks me. Clever
You don't live in Western Supermare, Alan.
stuff, isn't it? By real life Diem. Very clever stuff. No, this is none of his business. This is my copyrights. I copyrighted pictures for my Shadow Man book, and I got my agents in America
Agents.
to.
He's having to
Do
explain
it
this
for
now.
me. So I have an
Copyrighted.
agent's name on there, which is nothing.
Does he not
to do
understand
with
how
it,
it
and they shouldn't
works?
know.
I don't think he
And
understands
again,
how copyright works. You don't like apply somewhere to gain copyright. you don't. It's not like there's the copyright office and you write in a little, please can you copyright this work for me? Like a patent office. It's not like that. You create works and therefore they are copyright because you've created them. The proof that you created them is the copyright.
to the powers that be, and he does it again. So it
Now he's
comes
claiming
down,
he's got agents in America.
and he re-uploads it. So I get it taken again, and he re-uploads it again. So I get it taken then again. The man is sick. Sick.
Look at his little greasy smile. Alan loved it because you got him taken down for putting an address in. Alan, you live in Exmouth. You don't live in fucking Western Supermare, you prick.
Individual. Why? Why does he have to do this on a daily basis? I don't know the answer why.
Because you're an
I think it's
arsehole.
because of this man here.
Oh, we're not
Actually,
doing the Rusiks again.
I had people phoning me up in the middle of the night because this man is a public figure and he asked people to persecute people that he doesn't like.
You literally, in your last broadcast, asked people to do things on your behalf to these people, to give you their addresses and do all this shit. Literally. You've asked them to mass report me in the past. You literally asked people to persecute people you don't like. Your own flying monkeys.
I won't even bother reading it. You can read it. This man is raising money to take me to court in my own country for
Not this
harassment
again.
and defamation.
You've been doing it all week.
I've never done this sort of stuff to him.
What?
Why am I having to go through this?
Because you're an arsehole.
But it should be said that people have donated good money that they can't afford.
Please put the
This
microphone in
fruitless
front of your
exercise to
face.
Take me to court. There is no court date. There's a load of crap. But he's taking your money.
Who are
And he
you talking
continues
to?
Threaten and threaten and threaten and threaten that I will be in jail. So, here's my evidence.
Even
of the
one of his...
prolific
Hang
gang
on.
stalkers.
It's raining
Wait.
again. I couldn't be happier.
Swish. and then
Grandmaster Sid
whoosh.
Sophos sent tippies. He live on the poker TV and they even said hello to Martin from Norway who donated £5. Super Chuffer owes
That would have
3
been hilarious.
hugs.
I wish you'd been around for that. Thanks, Sid. Big up, Sid. Alan, in his chat here, someone here, Ashton Pope, has said, I'm getting rather confused now, Alan. How has he manipulated the template to say these things? It's highly illegal in every country across the globe. I don't think Martin is manipulating things, is he? He's digging around and bringing things to light. He's not making things up. And I think Ashton spotted that. Like, it's
And
obvious,
the head on
isn't
the
it?
snake is Martin Dean.
The head on the snake is now Martin Dean. That's someone the other day called that the reason that Alan was being sued instead of all the other channels that talk about the Rusiks is because Alan is the head of the snake. And then he's turned that phrase back on them.
Dean's been on my case for the last 5 years, daily.
Can you move towards the
Even
microphone
the
so we
truthers
can
don't
hear
like him. They
you?
call him
Look, the microphone is literally behind him at this point. Can the man be any more fucking stupid? And this is why we've spotted him for the child porn. Right, I'll just say it outright. I'm fed up with this now. This is why we spotted him for that shit. Oh, you can't call him a pedo on the internet. Okay, yeah, but what about the fact that... This is why we spotted him for that. Is because he's not that smart. He thinks he is, but he's not. And I fucking guarantee, if anyone was closer to this man, if they got hold of his phone and went through it, I fucking guarantee the laptop, it's old one, new one, whatever. You'll have some device that he uses specifically for this, maybe, if he's that smart, but maybe he's not. I just think you know, his emails. I bet it's all compromised. I bet it's all compromised. He's such a sleazebag. Such a sleazebag.
They're never right. Because he literally makes things up for the sake of it.
He's like both a nasty, manipulative, sinister, wolf in sheep's clothing. You know, he's both that, but also bumbling and inept as well. But the bumbling and inept bit, it's like Boris Johnson. Oh, he's blah 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 blah, and then he's got those fucking curtains in that £1 million mansion, and you've been fucked over. Like it's part of the act is to appear to be a bumbling idiot, and sometimes he doesn't mind that people think he's stupid because they're not talking about what the fucking nasty, sinister stuff he's doing. But the truth is, it's nasty, sinister stuff, Alan. Really, that's the thing that we're really most worried about. And then we laugh at you being an idiot as well.
He really does. What?
Oh, I've skipped it by mistake because I'm an idiot.
To this fruitless exercise to take me to court. There is no court date. There's no crap.
You're
they make
crap.
videos picking apart every word I say and every word I make. They accuse me of being drunk. I hardly ever drink.
You
Calls
do.
me hideous names like clown, bozo, scammer, crook, etc. You get the idea.
Clown, bozo, scammer, crook. Yeah, that's what we call you, yeah. Those things are all true, Alan. But it is worse than that. It is worse than that.
Don't you? So you want to have a look at him?
Racist.
Let's have a look at him. He's the man I'm going to be taking to
Ignorant.
court if this ever goes to court. This is my main witness.
View people as transactional.
Martin Dean.
Alan views people as transactional
Sick
items.
man. Comes all the way from Norway to stalk me in England. Lives in Norway, but comes to England to stalk me. And he's always got an
Danger
excuse.
to children.
Here's his excuse. Look, this video is no longer able because it's taken down by Privacy Game. That was me. So he likes giving out my address. He exposes me. He calls it exposing me. And then
Alan,
he is partners in...
Your cronies
I was gonna say
doxed
crime,
my
it's not crime.
parents.
He's partnered up with Frankie Russo.
The Queen Mary
He
friend
puts every Frankie
account
Russo support thing
doxed
you can
me.
find up on there.
My parents, sorry.
And he uses my videos
This is such hypocrisy.
as well without my permission, constantly.
I'm using your stream now
He loves
without
it.
your permission, you fucking idiot.
He seems
What
to
are you
be
gonna do
a
about
lot
it?
better now. He plays football now. I did a song, Englishman in New York, and he puts, "You're a con man in New York." You get the picture, right? He tells people I've lost my PayPal. No, I haven't. I've still got my PayPal. He's an absolute liar. And he supports this Harry Cohen, solicitor guy. You know what this lawyer is, don't you? He's I've never seen a lawyer more bashed by the press than him. You can look him up, Harry Cohen. Look it up.
But of course, the Daily Mirror are not the best people in the world, are they? Because they were phone hacking, and they did the phone hacking on that Millie Dowler. She died, and they phone hacked her fucking parents. So they've been in trouble with the law, haven't they? They've had interesting political and legal problems, haven't they, at the fucking Daily Mirror? So you wouldn't put an article they've put out about a lawyer and go, oh, well, that's all, I should follow that then. Because you've got a brain in your fucking head, haven't you? What are you on about? It's you and the Daily Mirror now, isn't it, Alan? You and the gutter press hacking people's phones and being shitbags. Yeah, that's right. So what? How is that your defence? You're a fucking idiot.
I don't have to tell you.
And like your channel has become worse.
So-
Your channel's like the Daily Sport without the tits. Oh no, wait, there's one.
They all run this GoFundMe, whatever it's called, I don't know, Crowd Justice thing. To
You
raise
know
money.
because you've done one yourself, skanked the money off
The
your
Crowd
own
Justice
fans.
haven't complied with the action
Fans.
that's brought by over 50 people that have asked for their money back. The Crowd Justice thing is stalled. They want 75. It's been stuck on 55 for ages. No one's put any money in it.
I don't care
They
about
know
any of
what's
this.
They actually...
He's going on about all this shit again. What's this now? He's playing his own video. He's playing his own video. Oh, they pledged with my name and it wasn't really me. They pledged with my name and it wasn't me.
I've got to be careful what I say.
Got to be careful what you say, have
So you
you?
see...
No,
okay,
you
They
don't.
have got a fundraiser.
You're just a coward. That's all it is, Alan. You're not really careful about what you say, but you're a coward.
Okay, they have got a lawyer of sorts. That's, if you look into his, just look it up, Daily Mirror, Cohen. I'll be careful what I say. I've been bullied by that law firm, totally. The same way the nurse got bullied for making a complaint on TripAdvisor. I'm getting the same treatment. Private and confidential, stupid deadlines, warning what's going to happen to me. I'm not having it. I'm not scared.
That's the legal process, you fucking idiot.
I'll represent myself. I'll just show the judge all this.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I wish I would be able, like, please video it, Alan. Take a video of it. I will show the judge all this. They will have a fucking laugh.
Does it? Having a fraudulent site raising money with using my name to put donations on it, Mr. Cohen, does it?
I haven't heard of
Stupid that you think
Naga,
you can take me to
actually.
court when you've got a
Sorry,
website
Jessica.
back in this Frankie and they're using my name to make donations. And you all think it's funny?
Look at it all
You use
wobbling.
Nicola Bully, for God's sake.
You're getting eggy now,
You use
Alan.
Nicola Bully.
You're getting eggy. You're going the same colour as your hat.
Cohen, you're a solicitor. Are you? I want to see all your credentials.
You look like a really
I want to find
angry
out his credentials,
tomato.
what sort of solicitor he is.
Big, saggy, weird tomato.
He's working with a
Except the
fraudulent
top
solicitor
half of your face
called
is one
Claire,
colour and the bottom half is a
whatever she made her
different
name up
colour.
is. And she's holding the purse strings to the fund that's being collected.
Lean into the
Frank is named
microphone.
Clifford.
You
You can't make
fucking
it up. You've
idiot.
got a lawyer putting the website on his website fraudulent donations from me, and it's being run by news where I play poker. He does these things with no proof whatsoever. He says I locked girls in a pub in Bristol when I
You
don't
say
live in
that.
Bristol.
It was in Western Supermare,
Recently
Alan.
recruited-
So it was in Western Supermare, but you're not debating whether you listen to this, right?
Bristol when I don't. He does these things with no proof whatsoever. He says I locked girls in a pub in Bristol when I don't even have a pub in Bristol.
Well, if it were you and someone suggested that you locked girls in a pub in Bristol, you might say, "But I've never locked girls anywhere. I don't lock girls anywhere." Instead, Alan's saying like, "Yeah, but I never had a pub in Bristol, so the locking girls bit in, that's all right then. That's fine. We'll stick with that. We'll just move it to Western Supermare and now it's true." Like, what are you doing? This is your fucking manipulation and your bullshit.
Things with no proof whatsoever. He says I locked girls in a pub in Bristol when I don't even have a pub in Bristol. He's recently recruited a new one, this little weed guy, and dosed him up with crap, and he's accused me of all sorts as well.
It's so fucking ridiculous. Like, this recruitment idea. It's like, I actually think this is denial. We did a big episode on denial on this week on Super Chuffer channel, so get on that. It's actually a form of denial, I think. I really do. And I've got this, oh, hang on, that was the wrong image. I've got these classifications of denial somewhere. I can't be asked with it now. We should go through them. We should look at all the different forms of denial. This one is a kind of delusion. It's a break with reality. Like, no one's recruiting anyone. He's fucking insane. Yeah, big ups prophecy. Like, this is boring and droll now, isn't it? It's making me angry because, like, he's okay. This today's episode, I'm a bit angry because I was watching those people doing the child predator stuff, and I just think, like, sometimes he's a bumbling narcissist that we can laugh at, and other times he's a nasty shit. And this week, all he's done is been a nasty shit, and he's just a horrible, horrible person. So I just feel like he, needs to hear that. Really,
Guy is worse than him. He writes songs about having sex with my children. That's who's
here we
recruited.
go.
Oh, come on,
Alan, fucking, like, would you? You get it wrong every time. I put the songs on the internet so everyone can fucking go and watch them. They're on that same channel that does your songs, Alan, Sentries. When I say I've done it, I've sent it to Sentries and they've done it.
Raining again. I couldn't.
And people are leaving
have
comments
here.
on Sentries for me, and I'm not on
Body
there. So.
Sculpture sent tippies. I think what it is, there's lots of interest in this Joker. And when you're not on to rip into him, people will
Yeah.
go over to watch the Predator live.
Exactly right.
The way
And we'll
Uncle
prove it
Jimmy
tonight.
looks tonight, all he needs is a bag of sweets to lure them kids into his black room. Super Chuffer owes 5 hugs.
Yeah, man. I agree. I totally agree. Thank you. I put the songs on. You decide. Assault. You decide. Battery Exhausted sings Alan Smule, and Alan's daughter. And like, it's not about having sex with your daughter, you fucking narcissistic idiot. You're manipulating it and twisting it for your own end. And it's sad because everyone can see the truth on the internet.
Here's all this stuff. And that idiot, he's made up songs about having sex with my children. Diem still goes in his chat saying how wonderful he is.
He's in here today.
I'm not lying to you. You can look it up yourself.
So,
I'm not gonna name his
everyone
real name.
hates you, Alan. You've got no friends on the internet. You've got no friends in your real life. Your family don't want to be around you. Your wives have left you. Your children think of you as an arsehole. Like, what do you on about? We've got a group on the internet. Yeah, gang stalkers. No, nice people who are nice to each other in general. That's the rest of the world. It's everyone else versus you, Alan, because you're the cunt.
It's in the hands of the police. However, MD and his carer are always in his chat, egging him on, feeding him false assassination and lies.
Disability slur.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Diem is so bad with this Chuffer kid that most of the truthers have gone away because it's so toxic. They don't want to be named with it.
It's not
Diem
even
thinks it's
true.
great.
There's nowhere to go away or come in or whatever. Like, people are just making videos on their channels. What are you talking about?
An ADO is this and that and this and that and this and that. Well, I'm afraid it won't do. And I have to do this because he's trying to ruin me. He's trying to take me to court. Let's watch some of this. You'll be shocked, guys. You will be shocked.
Not another video of your old
Dedicates a massive amount of his
bollocks.
time dissecting my sister's motor case. True.
This was what he broadcast the other day,
That's
no?
me. Meanwhile,
in the world infatuated with ridiculous. They're doing
Oh
so
no,
much
Alan.
those ideas. You'd have to go after the specific.
Not someone
Yeah,
else's
rat.
video on your old video.
Since 28,
newspaper realised how
No.
dangerous that when
Okay, so now he's not live anymore. He's not on his own show. He's watching a video. Look, this is incredible. We're watching a video of Alan watching a video of Alan. We've got on here a video, and it's supposed to be Alan talking to us, but instead he's put on a video of him talking to you. But in that video, he's watching another video of him talking. It's like fucking Alan Inception. It's like Inception. Yeah, I bet he is in here listening to this. Alan, you're a sleazy, horrible, nasty slime bucket. You're a piece of rubbish. You're nothing. You've got nothing, so you're spinning all this garbage to try and create drama.
by making songs
And
about
it's
having sex with my
sad.
children and
No,
still being
songs about
insulted by
having
a
sex
fucking
with my
mate in America.
children. Hey, he made a song about having sex. No, I didn't, and you know it. Here's the savage truth, Alan. You know the truth. You know what I did and didn't do. I don't care what all your spanners think. Alan's got lazy-brained people in his chat that he can manipulate. I don't give a fuck. Yeah? People know the truth. You know the truth. Deep down, when you look in the mirror, you know the truth, and it fucking kills you. The truth hurts, doesn't it, Alan? The truth hurts.
Knows nothing about crime, knows nothing about justice. And has
You
got
know
children
nothing about crime or justice, except that you are a criminal.
of her own. Yes, he supports a man who makes songs up about my children and having sex with them, and she supports him. Well, I'd
You're
like to speak
a
to her
broken
husband.
fucking
Contact lady,
record.
I want to speak to your husband. My email is adsubs00.
You want to speak to Tosh's husband? Are you a fucking... What? What is this misogyny? Why do you need to ring her husband? It's the same thing when someone fucking... it's the same thing when he puts pressure on people by putting pressure on their family members around them. And he thinks what it will do is cause trouble in their life, and these family members will say to them, oh, you should come off the internet. In the same way as Alan's family members have said to him. You can read into this. He lets on more than he knows. Okay, so what he's saying when he's like, oh, I'll call Tosh's husband, and then what he thinks will be the response is what he's had from his family, which is, can you stop this? It's causing us trouble, you nasty, selfish bastard.
7@gmail.com. I want to speak to your husband, cartoon lady, about your behaviour. I bet you haven't even told him, have you? I know you've got a nice husband, a nice family, a nice house. I want to tell him what you're doing to me. I want to tell him.
What the fuck? Do you know what I mean? Don't bring my daughter into it. I want to talk to her husband. Like, what is this savagery? Like, what is this? Torchy, the battery boy. He's getting his pants taken down on the internet by Torchy, the battery boy. Like, Jesus, Alan. He's such a fucking mollusk. He's such a worm. Like, Alan, I can see through you. You're transparent to me. You're like one of those deep sea worms that's transparent. You can see all the shit sliding around inside you. You're detritivore. I can't remember how it was pronounced now.
Because you protecting this weed.
He's bullying Tosha because she suffers from anxiety, says Martin. He seems to be going around the houses, doesn't he? You know, levelling out his anger. I think part of it is his denial response. Like, it's part of the narc rage. But he does like to pick on the women, doesn't he? And he also likes the idea that it enrages other people. But I don't understand, like, for him and himself and his own self, this is a terrible look. Like, it's just a sad, like, why would you choose these terrible things that make you look terrible?
You protecting Val, you protecting Diem, and listen to what he says. You're as bad as them. I want to talk to your husband. Please get him to write to me.
Please get him to write to me. I imagine he would like to now, after hearing that.
Don't chicken out with your little voice.
Chicken out? Alan, turn up anywhere. Face me on a stream. Face me in the street. Face me in a YouTube boxing match. Face me around a poker table. Don't chicken out.
I'm telling you, I want to speak to your husband. I want to tell him what you're saying about me. I'll give you the bloody email. Get him to contact me. And see what he thinks of your behaviour then.
Fucking sleazebag. On his own show here, he's showing you things that you can't read properly that are... he's still playing the video. Still playing his own video. CBS remove AD from Frank's troll vid.
Grandmasters
Sid.
did Sophos sent tippies. Cohen Davis Solicitors, one of world's top Aegis legal defamation solicitors. I know these solicitors well. They represented a charity I was involved with, and they first without second.
I know nothing about
I
it.
live very close to their offices.
Cool.
Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
I can imagine that they're a reasonably reputable legal firm because they're taking a normal case to court in England. Like, all this bizarre stuff about the Mirror makes the Mirror look worse because we know the Mirror tell lies and have been in legal trouble themselves. So they would have an iron in the fire, wouldn't they, if it comes to slandering a lawyer? It's just bizarre that Alan would stoop so low as to dredge those sort of ideas out. On his own show, he's still struggling to present a show. So this is his video from before. And someone sent a super chat. Is he talking over his old video now? What's
Yes,
he doing?
Val Clark. Val the hairdresser.
He's named her again. He's used her name. So she can take down that video for privacy reasons then, yeah? Because she doesn't have her second name on the internet, no? Oh, sorry, Val Clark. You named the wrong Val. Sorry, I thought you named the other Val.
Has gone crazy making videos about me. Did I scorn her? She seems to be in love with me. Well, I can tell you this, Val. She looks at the screen and she goes, Alan, 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 you silly Alan, my silly Alan. Yeah, I would say she's on par with Misery. I call her Misery.
Right, yeah, Alan, I'm not in love with you, but I'll fuck you raw and make you love me, you bitch.
Somewhere, I'm sure she would.
You know who that is? Do you know who that is?
She would.
I'll fuck you till you love me, bitch. Do you know who that is? It's an impression of someone.
A
It's not, I didn't do the voice, but like, do you remember who said that? Like, so everyone knows in chat that I'm not just making up those words. I'll fuck you till you love me. Does anyone know in chat who said that? It's a famous quote from a famous person. I'll fuck you till you love me. Anyone know? No. I might have to. I can't show it because it's pretty. I mean, well, I suppose I can show it, can't I? I mean, it's pretty raw, but I suppose I can show it. Mike Tyson's famous quote. Mike Tyson's famous. I like the way this is introduced here with Mike Tyson's famous quote in high quality. So there he is, Iron Mike, and he's not very happy at this point. You know, he's in a pretty bad mood. He's about to go into a fight, and he's been in prison and all this. And someone in the crowd is shouting something at him.
Put your mother in a straight jacket, you punk ass white boy. Come here and tell me that if I fuck you in your ass, you punk white boy, you faggot. You can't touch me, you're not man enough.
Okay, the homophobic slurs are a bit out of order. I thought they might bleep it, but...
I eat your asshole alive, you bitch. Fuck you, you hoe. Come and say in my face, fuck you, ass for everybody.
So that's me, and Alan's the guy in the crowd. Oh, fuck you. Hang on.
You bitch, come on, you bitch. You're scared coward. You're not man enough to fuck with me. You can't last 2 minutes in my world, bitch. Look at you scared now, you hoe. Scared like a little white pussy. Scared of the real man. I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot.
Oh, he's said it again. Oh, no. Yeah, Alan, I'll fuck you till you love me. Are you still going, Alan? Are you talking on your stream? Are you talking on your stream, Alan? Playing one of your old videos.
Right, and breathe, AD. And breathe.
Now breathe, AD. Is this from last week? Oh, this must have been his patron, maybe. We didn't watch his patron. Maybe this is his patron. Oh, he's a fucking nutter. He's such a sad bastard. He's on his chair, in his computer room, at home, ranting into the telly again, all the fucking time, never ending.
Diem and his carer, because they
obviously I don't. Let's be clear as well. I don't advocate for the actions of Mike Tyson. He has paid his debt to society, I suppose. So maybe when someone comes out of prison, you shouldn't hold them to account for all the crimes that they've done in the past. I don't know. Maybe that's a different conversation. But I don't advocate for all the actions of Mike Tyson.
they're just stupid. They don't even know how bad they are. They think they're doing good. But you, cartoon lady, you know what you're doing.
But this is Alan picking on a lady on the internet. A nice
lady. We're all aware of their
lady.
hideous behaviour, and we're all victims of their attacks. There is no
always.
love.
Do you know what as well? She's always really fair with him. This is something that kind of annoys me, but each to their own. Like, she won't lay in on him. She'd always give him be fair to everyone, and she won't go real hard on him. She's always got like a sort of Christian. Like, I feel like there's some sort of Christian forgiveness. Like, she's able to rise above it and be forgiving and kind. Yeah, she's able to be kind in the face of Alan's vitriol every time, and I think her and Val are quite a good combo, because where Val can get right in and be like, and me as well, both of us can get right in and be eggy. I mean, I've been quite rude today, but Tasha won't do that. So she's like a bit of a foil to that, you know. She's like a bit of a balance. She's a bit of balance, the yin and the yang, Val and Tasha. But like for Alan to go hard on her because I maintain this, show him compassion, he will bully you harder because it's a weakness that he can exploit. Not that you are weak. Your kindness is not a weakness, but in Alan's mind, it's somewhere he can get his lever into, and then he can start levering. So show him weakness, and he will attack.
They try to make you lose your job.
But it's not weakness. It's not weakness. I'm not like picking on you. Sorry, it's the way I sound when I get in my ranty. I'm not, you know.
They do anything to cause trouble.
Alan will do anything for money.
These people must be stopped, and I'm going to stop them.
Except exploit himself. Well, he kind of exploits himself here, but like, you know, I wonder whom else he's exploited over the years.
Here's the worst one. Unfortunately, lives in Canada. She's called Lizzie Taylor. She pretends to do things for the McCann case. Doesn't do anything.
This is yesterday's episode. We're bouncing back and forth between today's episode, which is
crap videos about me.
I assume played from his.
I'm going to be put in prison.
Actually, this is old stuff.
Apology for lack of follow through. You know, right. So
today on his broadcast currently, this is what's going on.
My
and this
lawyer
is definitely
has
old
her
because it's the
address.
Joe Lawson
My
account.
lawyer has Diem's address. My lawyer has Helen's address. My lawyer has Val's address.
Yeah. So your lawyer may listen. Your lawyer might have everyone's address. It's possible that your lawyer might have everyone's address, Alan. If you ask them to send them cease and desist letters, they might have to source that address. They might not. I think it's a lie. I think he got up to the point where he said, right, how much will it cost to send the letters to all these different people? And they said, to engage us in litigious action, you know, to actually pay us to do law stuff, we're going to do X, Y, Z, and here's the bill. And he was like, I don't want to do that. Just send me the draft and I'll send it myself. So I don't think the lawyer's got everyone's address. And they couldn't tell you if they did, because it's against the, like, a lawyer would know about the law, wouldn't they? So they wouldn't be telling you the addresses of all these people, would they?
Yeah. There's a lot of truth has gone missing.
He's talking over the top of
after
himself.
she threatened me like that, she decides to go.
Look, the old episode, you can hear him properly because he's got his microphone from his headphones, which is marginally better than the crap system he's got going on now.
Remember the famous Google grannies?
Oh, Alan, it's such a bad episode. Like, can you believe people have been watching this rubbish all week?
To be fair, she has said
you
that
chuffed.
that Ross woman was a liar.
It's just rubbish.
Still says the weed boy is okay after he writes songs about having sex with my children, and she's
No,
trying
she
to
didn't.
protect.
These people have said, I don't like what he did with the songs, and I stepped away, and they didn't say that. But now Alan's just flat out lying. He's got this other position now that, because Scott said something slightly that they didn't agree with, I can divide and conquer. He's such an idiot. Coward, man. Take one-on-one in a conversation, he won't even show. He won't even show. Alan, email me. I'll email you this week, right? I don't know, do I want to email? Yeah, fuck it, I don't care. It's only an email address. Oh no, he's got those phishing sites on him. We'll find a way to get contact to you this week, Alan. In fact, I'm saying it now, so just fucking contact me back, leave a comment, whatever. You're not blocked. Like, contact me. Let's do this. A stream where we're both on it talking. If you're not a coward, you will come and do that. If you're not a coward, you will do it. Otherwise, you're a coward, and I won't hear anything from it.
McCann. Poor little Maddie McCann. She's poor little Maddie McCann's main protector, and she's supporting a man that wrote songs about having sex with my children.
It's context.
Let that sink in.
Fuck
That's
you.
what we're up against.
Let it sink in. I'll tell you what, let it sink in like they did when they threw Maddie in the sea and she took time to sink in as well, didn't she? Hey, it doesn't mean I threw her in the sea and I'm a bad person. It just means I just made a bad joke. So the difference with us, Alan, is that you've sung with kids on Smule and you didn't know about it or pretended it wasn't real happening, and then you said it was a Photoshop job, and then it wasn't and it was real, and then you said of course it's real, but it was a duet, and then we decided it's not a duet and it's probably a collaboration. Then you said I don't even know how to collaborate with kids. Look, I sent an email some time ago to ask somebody helped to teach me to collaborate, which was dodgy as fuck. Yeah, like every single thing, Alan, you're like, you pull the string and it keeps this thing. Whereas on our side, there's nothing bad about any of us that you can have a pop out. So you twist the reality into something that it's just not. Like, you're such a fucking horrible, you're bad at this. You're bad. Look at you frog man. You're bad at this. You're bad.
And they don't even know they're doing wrong. In their eyes, they're doing no wrong.
Filter.
I'm being honest with you. They actually don't think they're doing any wrong. I promise you they don't. It's sort of crazy.
Look at his eyes. His spirit animal is a frog. His spirit animal is a frog.
But it's real.
Squeeze the frog.
So what does AD actually do? What does AD actually do that they don't know? Well,
what do we do that you don't? What do you do that we don't know? Well, behind the scenes, I've got this hard drive, or I had a hard drive with all these pictures on. I could sell them to people on the internet. So, you know, it's money, isn't it, basically? I don't really care about the kids involved. It's money. What do you want about Alan? What do you mean? Can I post a Discord link? I certainly can. I certainly can. It doesn't change, I think. So, you know, you could fucking copy it down and fucking post it when you want instead. Nancy, what's her name? Kaka, why don't you post it yourself, Kaka? Why don't you find it? Could you imagine?
I do songs and try to support people who are suffering from depression and anxiety.
You don't support people who suffer from depression and anxiety. You used it as a fucking wand to beat me with. Till I snapped it. No, you're just pathetic. You help people with anxiety and depression, do you, Alan? Like the years of content that I've made on the internet, like all the support and offering, and you've never once put the Samaritans on, or like Lifeline, or which is $9.88 in America. Samaritans is 113 for free, I think. Like you've never once, like it's only yourself you ever try and help, Alan. You're a disgusting, toxic narcissist.
And today I spent 4 hours.
Gojo, it won't be on my stream, I expect. Like, I think I'd love it if he would come on the stream, but I think he's too cowardly to do that. But I've offered him neutral territory. We will find some other person that's neutral, that just doesn't have an iron in the fire. Like, he's like not even on either of our radars. We'll just find a neutral streamer and we'll say, well, we're hoping to host a little debate. Would you mind being the neutrality in the middle and just making sure everyone gets even fair turns? I imagine you'll get quite a lot of views. We're going to pay you and we want to divide the money because we're going to, you know, do it as a, like, I'm not fucking stupid here. We're going to get loads of monies, yeah? And Alan's, fair enough, going to have to get his cut, right? Fair enough, he's going to have to get his cut. But Alan doesn't even want to come for the monies. I mean, maybe we don't do it for the monies, but do you know what I mean? Like, you know, we've got to create a business sense plan around it. But Alan won't even turn up, so...
Making a song for people. I want to know I want you trolls to know what I do. Because I know you're all watching me. You think all I talk about is the damn Watts case. I never mentioned the Watts case. I'm not interested in the Watts case.
You're mentioning it then, now, always. Never stops mentioning it. Never stops going on about it. On his own channel right now is the Black Cat.
You do.
I've chopped it enough because I don't want you to see the comments.
This is his own broadcast tonight that we're missing.
Hey,
because
Alan.
it's not worth watching.
We just spoke to Tim from Wasteland.
That's my producer.
You're not publishing your book.
That's my publisher. They talked him out publishing my book. It cost me $10,000.
What kind of publisher sends you a video message
So
like
I don't
this?
know what you're going to be doing with all the money you took from everybody. I hope you return it, but you won't.
He then accuses me of stealing the money for the book.
Yes, we can make phone calls too and find out the truth. And we just got it from...
Well, this looks even worse, Alan. Why are you broadcasting this?
He's not publishing your shadow man.
What was that weird noise?
Notice they fire a gun in the background to frighten me, right? Didn't frighten me.
They fired a gun to frighten you. There was just some background noise, and Alan has worked it into his deluded narrative.
Stay. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
That's real aggression.
That's real aggression. You are such a fucking...
Used a gunshot. Yeah.
Actually, you're harassing him. You're harassing him. What are you doing? You can't take him to court now.
Oh, well, don't worry. We can do what we want. We're still taking him to court. Yeah.
A little bit vindictive. The truth was, they called Tim when he's at a funeral. He was in a funeral and the phone was going over 50 times from a targeted group of trolls who were given his number and told to tell him not to produce my book.
That's the truth. Why didn't he say it then? But we're watching an old video, so I'm not going to be... If you want to watch an old video, we'll watch what you did yesterday, because it's
That's
more
all you talk
current.
about. You're persecuting the real sex. No, I'm not. I'm not. I spent all of the day trying to help people that suffer from depression. Something you guys never would think of trying to help anybody. All you want to do is destroy the Armchair Detective. Well, this is what I did with my time today. I rewrote a song and tried to help people.
How does that help anyone with anything, you fucking malicious narcissist? In it, you said this song will make you hurt. this song will hurt you. It's designed to lever their sadness so that they feel like vulnerable, and then you can manipulate them more, helping them with depression. Oh, do you feel sad? Do you feel sad? Yeah, pick up the phone and make that call before it's too late. And a lot of the comments in that video were people saying, oh, I lost someone. It's too late for me to talk to them. I feel sad. Well, thank you for making me feel sad. Now what? Like, you're such a shit. You're such a shit.
Grandmaster Alan is invited to the stream if he brings his goy to his big check you £300 and you can share all the chicken with live audience debate. Big ups, Chuffer Scott. Not a shilling for owes 3 hugs. Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Okay, that one got a bit confusing, so I'll just read them both out so that they're not so confusing. I will super chat you £300 if you get him onto a live audience debate to me, not a shilling to him though. Well, the deal is we'll have to sell tickets and he can have half the ticket price, and then I will take all the tippies and divide them between the person who's broadcasting the stream and me. But that's the offer for Alan. He can have half the ticket price, and we'll take tickets. No. People will be willing to pay it. Thank you. Cal also bought me a coffee. Alan's invited to the stream if he brings his goiter, his big chair, and we can all share in the chicken we can eat. All he has to do is just fucking show up, but he's too cowardly to do that. On his own stream now, he's got this.
Idiot, Claire. Not just an idiot, she's a liar as well. I will say that in court.
Yeah, and this is yesterday still.
I need a little drink of water.
He needs a little drink of water while he plays a sequence of copyright material, which got him binned off, didn't it? Like, obviously playing this on your live stream gets you an immediate 2-minute timeout from YouTube playing copyright material. So the Mike and the Mechanic song, moving as it is, Alan didn't write it, Alan just made it worse and then put some other film stuff on it about heaven. Like, you know, it's just fucking sad. What it is it's a transparent mechanism of manipulation. He makes these people feel sad and then he bullies them. It's fucking awful. And then here he is, in real time, coming back from being timed out on YouTube. He doesn't realise he's on. This is Angry Alan just looking angry. There's the neck. The big neck. What's going on with that neck? He doesn't realise he's on. He's live. Maybe he thinks that video's still playing, but he got timed out for 2 minutes and then it came back. Like, what does he not realise he's live? You okay, Alan? Oh, this would have been fun to live stream actually, wouldn't it? Are you okay, Alan? Big frog neck going. Blum, 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 blum. That's what it is. It's the frogs from the frog song. Bom, bom, bom. Bom, bom, bom. Bom. That's all I know. Bom, bom. Bom, bom, bom. Do you remember that one? Alan, you're live on your show. Well, you were yesterday. He's on his phone having a little tippy tap. You okay, Alan? I suppose if you've got nothing to fill the time with, you could just start doing this on streams, couldn't you, Alan? You could just start doing this. Playing poker on your phone while you just sit there. Have a little look. There's the neck. Give him a little kissy on his neck. You alright? It's on. At least he didn't pull his wong around.
Andy's back.
Oh.
Do you know what? I wouldn't have thought that was possible. How many times have I sung a song that's copyrighted?
You're an idiot. He keeps pleading poverty, but he doesn't look to be going hungry. He's got a pension and he's got loads of monies coming in. This is him live now.
So he decided, because I was winning and I didn't get taken down, oh, I know what I'd do. I will do a brilliant smear campaign, right? A fantastic smear campaign. And
You're right, not drunk again.
I used to work with a lady called Dr.
Oh, yes, get this out.
I love her a bit. She's my favourite YouTuber.
Oh, for not again, Alan.
Intelligent.
Look.
And honest.
This is so... Look,
Now,
you can't
again,
read it.
People with big screens can read this.
No, you
I'm not
can't.
sure whether everybody
It's
can, so
really
I'll read it for
blurry.
you.
I'm making it big
So
for everyone.
What does he do?
And it's just about legible.
How can I bring him down? I know. I'll lie to hell. I'll make up the best lies possible.
So the way to defend yourself from this, Alan, is to show the
And it
context,
starts
to
off
show
like
you
this.
talking with Dr. B, right?
DM.
Show you.
FBI code words.
Okay, he's going to read them out, like, because you can't read them. It says hot dog, a boy; pizza, a girl; cheese, a little girl; pasta, a little boy; ice cream, a male prostitute; walnut, person of colour; map, can't read it; sauce, orgy. So, like, these are code words, and Alan's used some of these code words. What's that? Oh, they're shapes. Okay, I've seen this before, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah, we're doing it with a code. As you see here,
Pedos use these
FBI
like shape.
documentation released. The following symbols are used
Boy lover, girl
these
lover,
to identify sexual
little
preferences.
boy lover, child lover.
And Dear DM here outlines girl lover.
So what the thing is, Alan, what you want to show is you want to show the conversations between you and Dr. B, where you're talking about these things that you. Oh, he said it was innocent. She was only talking about pizza. Show them, and then we'll see that they're innocent. But instead, showing us the step-by-step guide to catching a paedophile and then proving that you are one is not the way to go
See
about
what it
this.
says underneath here. Do
You can't
see
read it,
There's a
Alan.
pink heart inside the heart, and there's a name, Sherry Young. Sherry Young. So, Sherry Young, who happens to be a person in chat, says hi everyone, and he's decided that Sherry Young means Cherry Young. So I'm doing a code with Dr. B, right? So in his mind now, I've got a young girl, which means pizza, for a girl lover, and it's going to be a cherry young one. This is all code, mind, according to DM, yeah?
What?
That's what it says. It's got a
All it says to me, right, and what it says to me is you've got someone in your chat that looks like they could be a paedophile.
proactive mind. And then he says, pizza and magnifying glass. If you look at that chat there, Catherine King, do the pings, and it's got pizza with a magnifying glass. So obviously I'm ordering a young girl. Someone's ordering a young girl. This is what he's saying. I'm not kidding you. This is what he says.
Right.
So on to the next one on his fertile mind.
Shall consider contraband much
What does it say
like
next? Right. You can
drugs,
see
hair.
it. There's a pink heart inside the heart, and there's the name Sherry Young, yeah. And then there's a magnifying glass, yeah. So what else have you got to say?
What was it?
about all
Control and F or control? It was control and something else, wasn't it?
that? Next one. Next one, more pizza. Pizza, thank you, Rosemary. Lots of love. How is he getting from my video of a live that I'm selling children? What the hell is he on?
These pizza pages, I mean,
Trying to make you believe
why do
it.
you think they started coming in your following
So
list?
he says, look, you fools don't understand me, right? Just in case you don't think AD is using...
Right, pausing that for a second because this is serious shit now, isn't it? I'm glad that I was watching this earlier. This has just happened to be this way, but this guy...
Basically, you know, it's a lot of... These pizza pages, I mean, why do you think they started coming in your following list?
Why do you think they started...
I have no idea. I mean, I have no idea why anybody follows anybody. Most of the time, I'm just on there liking, liking things.
Yeah, right. So we're talking about pizza pages, yeah? Like, we proved it earlier, didn't we? We looked at this thing where this guy was talking about pizza. Pizza. And it's in here again. Pizza. 1 of 16 matches. Well, was that the one that we were looking at earlier?
I mean, it's just follow for follow.
And I'm sure at this point, well, I guess a better question is, when did you first figure out what little things actually meant?
Little things. Like, there's different code words, yeah? And what's happening with this guy in this particular video, the reason that was making me twig about Alan, is they were sending messages back and forth. It wasn't just like, just like they would comment on something with things about pizza, just like he's just shown there. Exactly like that.
Coded words.
Like the paedophiles were commenting to that
intelligent, isn't
guy
he?
so they could send him stuff. Like, or maybe they want stuff, so they're sending it, and then he's got to get on that.
This, look. Sexy ampliadas are way
Because you can spend, they can obviously you can get money from it, can't you? Send me money into my pay. Well, I'm not even going to say the sentence. Send Alan money into his PayPal. Send him a little thing about pizza on the thing. See what comes your way.
Dr.
That's
B and I
literally how
used
it
to
works.
joke about sexy empanadas. It's just a bit of a joke, right? So he's picked that up. and
That's
he
a
runs
song
with
you
this.
made about sex and death and stuff like that, which is exactly what you're accusing me of, except I didn't really do it, but you actually did it.
Empanadas, right? American,
Empanada.
Latin American pasty. It means the vagina of a Latin American. That's how he's worked out empanada to me and Dr. B selling children. He's called it now a Virginian, well, I won't say the word, of a
You
Latin
can't
American.
even say the word because you're an idiot.
The guy is absolutely off the wall crazy.
It doesn't
So
sound
this is where he
crazy.
smacks Dr. B one, okay?
It doesn't sound crazy.
Dr. B only brings up a real heritage when she can use the racism card.
It's raining again. I couldn't be happier.
And then
Lisa
Thank
sent
you.
tippies. If I give
Roman
Frog Alan a kiss, would he
Americans are
turn
at
into a
least
prince or Jimmy
integrated
Savile?
group in the United States.
Thanks for the
along with the
stream
Native
tonight,
Americans.
Scotty Hottie.
And he's
Just what the
underlined,
doctor ordered
Some
XX.
Romani Americans prefer
Super
the
Chuffer
past
owes 5
of
hugs.
another ethnic group, such as Native Americans or Mexican.
Thank you.
So he's damning poor old Dr. B. I don't know what he's on about there. And then he's got this pop in for a drink to Adar. Don't be allowed to run a bar. Can't be allowed to run a bar.
Just going to mute him for a second and just go back to this because it's this pizza thing. He's brought it up again.
I asked you here in one of the messages, do you trade? Don't send any here. Just wondering. And you said, I have a small pizza. So you have a small.
Like what was, like I was saying, what was sent to me, those things.
Okay.
That was, you know, as far as I know, like sizes are your, like that's what you have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the kind of, you know, what is it, storage or supply or whatever.
Right. So how many's in your? How many quarter? So you said you have a small amount. So what's a small amount? Is it like a
Just like
1,000 or
no,
okay? Is
no,
it,
like it was just like a couple of whatever that was sent to me.
okay.
There was a couple of pictures and everything just within the past little bit.
Okay. And how many? A couple of pictures. So how many do you think it is? A couple dozen maybe, or?
No, probably not even that much. Like,
So it's definitely, you know, it was unequivocal there that the use of pizza was related to child pornography.
It does worry me. I know I joke about it, but it is worrying.
So what's it going? Why is it going on?
Poor dog gets
Alan?
it as well, which I'll show you. Poor dog. So what do you think of that? Is that what sort of mind has he got?
So yeah,
Don't
no,
forget
I
he's
brought
gone
that.
there again.
I was watching this other video earlier, this one about child porn trader caught at his own store. I just happened to be watching it. I watch those sort of things, and then the pizza stuff came up in this video, and it was like, what? Like, why they keep talking about pizza? Alan keeps talking about pizza. You know, it all just like things just all click with Alan, don't they?
With saying I sing Shmuel duets with children around the world, he's gone to
Okay.
that same place again.
Not duets. You opened up
And he
a
backs the man that
collaboration.
writes songs about having sex with my children. He's gone there again.
I didn't write. You're doing it again
And
and
then he
again
says,
and
I
again.
lock
This
girls
is
in Bristol
gaslighting.
pubs.
Western
He's gone there
Supermare pubs.
again.
Pub.
It's a sick mind.
We need to find those girls and get them to come forward. I mean, they're grown-up women now, aren't they?
And yet he hangs out in Second Life. You look up Second Life. Look up
Second Life's an
It's a site you
online
join
social media game.
Women. It's where old people.
Oh, look at
have
his
sex,
internet
but they
glitching
look
now.
like they're young. So they reinvent their body to be young, and they go
When I
there.
played Second Life, I played as a lion, so I don't think it's about like sex fantasy necessarily.
When him and Helen are on. That's the life they were leading. That's the truth. People know it.
It's just like social
His
media where you have an
mind
avatar,
goes to
like VR
sex
chat.
at every opportunity.
You're making
and
it about
not just
sex.
but deviant sex. And well, you know what? You know what I'm saying.
Well, you won't say it though.
He's obsessed with it and gaslights it onto me. So I'm
That's
ending
not
up with all
gaslighting
these
us. That's
accusations
projection.
between him and Little Weed that are gaslighted onto me, but it's their mind. Little Weed wrote a song about raping a girl on a date rape drug, killing her, and putting her in the river.
No one said anything about
He
raping
wrote a song
anyone.
about that. Yet they try and accuse me of being a deviant.
Fucking,
It's called gaslighting.
he's put that in there. He's added rape in there.
Someone's bought me something.
It's not called gaslighting. It was called projection.
Between
£2
Well, I don't
for
actually
AD
drink
there.
alcohol, but I will have a drink. Thank you. Ooh.
The tongue's
I'm
come out.
putting
This
this
is his
out there
internet
because
doing
we're
this.
recording.
I've got
These
it on the highest
videos
possible
are
broadcasting
my
setting. You'll
statement.
notice I'm not glitching.
Because you know I'm dyslexic. I won't be able to write this down. I have to do it on film.
What are you on about?
And I might have to be a litigant in person, which means I've got to represent myself. So I have to make a film of it because my spelling's terrible. You know that. So
They're
I
not
have
gonna-
to do this. I have no choice. No one can condemn me for this. This is my right of reply.
Well, you don't have to broadcast it to the world, do you?
I've got some more stuff about my dog. I want you to cruel they are on my dog.
Yeah, I did a Winston
Everyone
episode the
loves
other day.
Winston.
Go on. Everyone loves
You
Winston.
can't
Let's
come on
use
screen anymore 'cause of
Winston.
these bastards.
You just don't have the dog anymore because you can't look after it properly.
Throat slit. I've had notes written.
Oh yeah,
There we
you're
go.
on having my throat slit. Yeah, that's good, isn't it?
What? Look at his. Look, this is his actual
Threatened to slit me a few
broadcast.
times.
They're just people. They have no
Like all
content.
that being a like the pedo stuff's
Only
awful
hate.
and terrible, yeah. But all that because I think he trades. Like, you know, I'd rather think that because he think
Where
narcissist.
YouTube,
Like, it would fit the
mainly
profile of
just
a
robots
narcissist to
checking on
treat.
what's going on.
It would.
If
Okay, let
they
me say this.
actually look-
It would fit the profile of a narcissist to treat children like objects that they could manipulate for money, and so to him, it wouldn't necessarily feel or seem so bad to just sell some pictures on the internet to some people, like, you know, to obtain and procure and sell and have a hard drive. Like, it wouldn't feel the same way as it does to us. So, like, he could totally be doing that, right? It would, all that shit would add up then. All the shit would add up, wouldn't it? Like, it would just all add up. But fuck. He's that all aside. His broadcast is so bad, isn't it? It's so bad. Like, his level of media competency, like the quality of his actual work. He puts no work into any of it. He just sits there. It's all shit. The level of editing, the level of like the content creation bar of HD, you know, broadcasting in HD. Let me just check that I'm broadcasting in HD because I should be 1080p 60, I think. Am I broadcasting in HD? Settings, yeah, 1080p 60. So like 1080p 60, I can see my own video is 1080p 60. Alan's is not. Alan's is not. He doesn't even meet the standard bar that, you know, most people broadcasting at 1080p. It's 720p he's broadcasting in, but you can see from the quality of it that it comes through. Like, whatever he's sending isn't sending at a high quality, is it? He's broadcasting it in 720p, but it's not HD, not 720p. It's more like 380p. Like, it's just very, very bad. Why does this always have the pink tinge around it as well when he does this? He edits this shit on his phone and, like, takes photos on his phone and edits on his phone. Why does it have a pink tinge around it? I never understand. And it's just bad. Look at it. Look. It's jerky, herky-jerky rubbish. His microphone is behind him.
Some names out for
Like, at some
legal
point, it
reasons.
doesn't matter what he's saying
But, if
because he
anybody
can't even
wants to,
competently say
yeah,
it.
I will send them the names of these people. You can see the what should you call them? Creators online, because if you put the word armchair
Yeah,
detective,
creators. Like, how he can't put yourself in that ballpark, Alan. Creator. Copy and pasted some stuff into a book. Can't spell. Creator. Alan's a creator. He's not a creator. He's a parasite. Like, he can't even do a video. Like, he can't even do a live stream properly. Why would anyone pay him money for this? They've paid him money and money and money over the years. Nancy's given him hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Nothing has improved. He's bought a microphone. It was a downgrade.
Mr. Cohen, I hope you watch this video.
they all come, and you click on them, expecting to listen to Armchair Detective, and you listen.
Like,
to
the lawyer
this
is going to watch these videos.
Vile.
They're not. They've got their case. They've got it all wrapped up. It's ready to go. They don't need to watch anymore. Because you can defame and defame and defame. They don't go in and say, oh, he did it again, he did it again, he did it again. They go in and say, this is when he's done it. The judge goes, yep, he's done it. Right, I'm ordering you to stop doing it. And all cases where you've done it, I want them taken down and you need to apologise. And then Alan's just got to take it all down. He has to, the obligation is on him to take them down. And if they then find further evidences that he's done it, like all this other stuff he carries on doing, if he carries on doing it, then he's in contempt of court and it's criminal. So, like, they don't have to listen to this. They don't care. Neither should you chuffer. What's that? I've got this live now. You can hear it.
Done cartoons of my little Winston here, who I love dearly. I mean,
You don't love
immensely.
anything, Alan.
They
except
do
yourself
videos of him
and
with
money.
fangs and blood coming out of his mouth.
He's got a pipe in
That's
his mouth.
what they do to my little dog, even. And it's
And
no
so
wonder
what?
that
Winston can't
lady
feel anything from being trolled.
threatened me to leave. I
It's a
understand
dog.
it.
He's not watching the
con
telly
man
thinking that's
and a
me on
thief.
there. They're making me look
scammer.
bad.
For
Daily.
accepting super chat.
He's a dog. Like you can't troll a dog.
YouTube have given them a platform to speak and say these lies, and it's YouTube that invented super chat. YouTube
No, it's the
takes
free
30%
speech.
of it all. They monitor it all. They take all the money and
They
then they pay
monitor
me a
it all.
month later. If you have an argument, if you want to call that a con, a scam, or stealing, scam, and they're stealing and they're con men, because it's not me running it, it's YouTube.
No, but
It's
the way you
just
manipulate
a
people to give you the money is the
disgrace
scam,
that they're
Alan.
spreading these
The fact that
lies.
money exists, the
And
fact
they're
that money can be,
enticing-
the fact that money can be traded and like YouTube allow people to give each other money on the internet, do they? Right, it's a scam. No, all right, it's not a scam. Right, then I'm not a scam. No, Alan, it's your behaviour. It's the way you try to grift people. What you do is you make them feel emotional or like that you need pity, or you leverage their hearts and their compassions, and you leverage whatever you can. Then you're like, give me money. You're not correct. The deal on YouTube should be that you create content with value, and if people like it, they might support it. You know, they might watch it and they might tippy. They do for me. Thank you. I'm very grateful. There's the Discord link, and I'll give you the tippies link as well. Which I was trying to paste instead of the Discord link, actually. But yeah, like, you know, I believe the right way to go about this is to create media with value, and if people find value in it, then they might support you, but not to sort of bully them and cajole them and make them feel pity for you and like go on about your rent.
I'm a senior. I'm over 60. It's
Oh,
illegal.
God.
The stuff they're doing, would they like it to be done to their father or their
Alan, my
grandfather?
dad didn't sing with kids on the
Would they
internet, you
allow
fucking
it to be
pedo.
done to a
My
relation
dad's
of
not like
theirs?
that.
And they look at me as some sort of prey that they pick on.
No,
Well, it's
I look
gonna
at you as the
stop.
predator that
YouTube
needs
are
fucking
putting a stop
drawing
it.
to account.
This is the prequel to us exposing what's gone on. And God help them when it comes out.
I'm your daddy
Because
now,
they
Alan.
would be in serious trouble for impersonating
Wittering.
an individual of this scale.
This level of behaviour deserves to be park
We're gonna get
bench.
there.
This is park bench level. Yeah? You walk past some drunk guy on a park bench moaning about the world, and you go, and then you walk off. You don't even say anything. You go, nothing. You just fucking walk off. It's park bench level. Look at it. Look at it.
No.
The
I'm a victim
narcissist.
too,
I'm a victim.
believe it or not.
Believe
And
it or
that
not.
makes you victims, my supporters, because
You're
they
victims.
search you down to Facebook and tell you
No one gives
they're
a
going to
fuck.
get you, don't they?
No, they don't. They
It's-
shouldn't. You're the victim.
You
I'm
wanna
the
see worst
victim.
of it?
I'm the fire starter.
I'm not
Twisted
gonna spare you
fire
anything
starter.
tonight. I'm going to show you.
I'm the filthy,
You
fear
need to know
infatuated.
what my life is.
You're the victim.
You need to know what chicken and the other
Come
spanners
play
have to hear
my
about me,
game.
put up with.
You're the victim.
A
Come
year ago, chicken
play
is no longer with the
my
channel.
game. You're the victim.
Trying to keep
It's
you sane.
It's not toilet roll. It's kitchen roll.
Not easy to keep me sane when I have to put up with.
If I'm in Vinnicombe, I'm being persecuted by the Russo.
He's being
Who
persecuted
seem
now.
to make me responsible.
He's being persecuted by the family of people who have had their children murdered. I'm laughing because it sounds so ridiculous, doesn't it? Why would people in America who've had their children's murdered want to persecute Alan Vinnicombe? It just sounds fucking insane.
But the trouble is, I say Chris said help, and they don't like that. They leave alone everyone that says Chris acted alone.
I don't want Chris Watson his rubbish on my channel. I don't like looking at his face. I think that's bad. I'm going to go back to what he was saying yesterday.
Isn't that weird? Mike and the Mechanics are very strict. I won't be playing that one live again.
You're an idiot.
Wow.
It wasn't Mike and
Anyways.
Mechanics. It was the visuals from movieclips.com, which are very strict.
So that just explains. Okay, so I sing songs. What else did he do?
No, you don't.
Well, I walk my dog.
No, you
I walk
don't.
my dog. Oh,
You just said Winston can't live with
remember
you
Winston?
anymore. Yeah. You don't walk him very often.
This is Winston.
At Christmas, he's playing a video of his own. He's playing a video of do you know what this is? Right? Do you know what this is? Why this is happening? The reason he's playing this video is because he wanted a little break from his stream for whatever reason. The break, the video he played, got himself copyrighted, booted off, and he's busy doing something else. You saw when he came back on. He's busy doing something else. He's not emailing them. Can you get my stream back on? What's going on? He's busy doing something else on his phone. And so when he came back on, he was like, oh shit, I'm back. Right, I need another few minutes. So here's a video of Winston from Christmas. Just to give me a few minutes to sort my shit out. Someone gave me 20 quid. Like, why are you giving him that money? I'm with you, AD. In the years I've been here, I've never seen one bit of evidence that you're anything other than you appear to be. Have you not watched any of our stuff? I've shown you loads of evidence. Like, what's going on? There's Winston. Here's Alan.
I walk my dog because people like my dog. Anna's message. Okay.
I walk my dog because people like my dog. That's not true, is it, Alan? The truth is, you walk your dog, well, supposedly, twice a day because it needs the exercise and a chance to get out. It's like part of being a good dog owner. You don't walk your dog because people like it unless you're using it for content and it's not actually your dog. And that's the truth. So what are you on to now, Alan?
Thoughts on the Ruseks?
No, this is unwatchable. It's herky-jerky video and it's from the past.
It's the last unambiguous, fair-minded individual in this
and then
corner of YouTube.
Voiceovers like he's talking into a fucking cereal box.
That's fine. But I do appreciate her looking at... Right? No other channel does this. No other channel looks at it without having a biased or an
what? You think I'm biased against you because you're a cock?
Biased view.
The only reason, if anything, that I'm biased against you is because you've been a fucking cock. It's insanity. It's actual insanity. It's denial of the highest order.
I don't know where Anna's message is. Oh, yeah. Got a message from Anna. Thank you, Anna. That's exactly what happened. They reported AD probably.
They reported AD. Are you that naive, Anna? The automated YouTube copyright system does not require to anyone... Like, in order to report Alan, someone would have had to own the rights to either Field of Dreams or the Mike and the Mechanics song. So either Mike and the Mechanics or Kevin Costner were watching, or maybe it was the YouTube automated system, which when it registers that you're broadcasting copyright material, gives you a short chance to stop, and then it says, we're going to time you out for 2 minutes, and if you carry on, you don't get to stream anymore. So he didn't get the short... He didn't notice... And if it's really heavy and it's a live event like Eurovision, you don't get the warning. But... with Alan, he got the warning, he obviously wasn't paying attention, and then it cut out and it gave him a 2-minute ban. But they reported AD. Who did? Mike and the Mechanics. Come on.
As parts of the movie. Yeah, they probably reported me.
He's laughing because he knows it's bullshit. He knows that no one can report him for copyright material other than the copyright holder. So he's laughing at the person who sent that because, it's so stupid. What's going on with your chins, Alan? What's going on with your chins? He's laughing at her for being stupid and because it's a lie, but also agreeing with it.
Be using Field of Dreams. Oh, so depressing. You're right, Anna. That's what they do. They watch me and they report me. And they're hoping I'm going to get a strike. No strike. I'm back. Oh. Right, so I write songs, sing songs.
I write the theme tune, sing the theme tune, walk your dog. You don't. Okay, so you don't write any songs. Do you? You don't write any songs. You just ad-lib over someone else's songs. You don't walk the dog because it doesn't belong to you.
My dog. A lot. And you love Winston. In the lockdown.
Years ago.
Yeah, thank you, Anna. Yeah, that's great. Anna Palatzis. Thank you. I appreciate that support. Thank you very much.
He's just like, that's yesterday's stream. It devolved into rubbish. This is today's stream. It actually is rubbish.
Always showing where I am, what I'm doing.
What are you on about?
Do you think if someone was linking...
He loves his Peaky Blinders, doesn't he?
Would you think that would be inciting? Is he in danger in my life?
All those people around that poker table think Alan's a tosser.
Playing poker at a world level. He then...
You're not playing poker at a world level, Alan. You pay money so that people at a world level can take your money.
He subliminally linked me to the world's worst sender, Jimmy Savile.
Subliminally links you to Jimmy Savile. The links to Jimmy Savile are that you used to be a DJ in the same era as Jimmy Savile. You have questionable sexual practices that people have reported, like Jimmy Savile. That you've got like noncery going on behind the scenes, like Jimmy Savile. Like, you're the connections to it. You.
He's doing it. Of course he does.
Nonsense.
He's coming to it.
This man Diem links me to Jimmy Savile. What do you think that does? Puts me at risk. This man Diem shows people where I live and where I go and what hotel I stays in. He has a girlfriend who thinks it's okay.
He's interrupted his old video to say that.
To have a boyfriend who's prepared to do this sort of stuff.
This is like, honestly, when we first started reacting to Alan, right? Hang on, I press the button and see what he's up to live. Oh, he's gone on to Val.
I'll find you.
He's gone on to Val. Oh, this is his old video. It's his old video, right?
Dehumanizing me.
That's actually a Rusik, so I don't want to see a Rusik. Thank you. It feels disgraceful to put them on your broadcast. When we first started ripping on him, you know, he at least was actually doing a broadcast. Do you know what I mean? Like, he was actually saying something into a microphone on his camera that had some relevance, or could be like, at the moment, everything he said is a load of old stuff that's been resurrected. Like, it's his life, it's his past, it's the truth. He's trying to manipulate it still, but none of it is new news, is it? Everything that he's going over now is just the same old bollocks. But I mean, it looks very bad for him, of course. I've got no idea why he'd bring this up on his channel all the time, but like, it's like, really. Alan's so bad, he's crashed my stream. The Ob said you can't send that through here. Ob said it. They were like, you can't send that through here. What do you mean? They were like, it's too bad. It's like 480p. It's words on a screen with a man ranting, pausing his own rant to talk about his own rant over the top of it. Like, when there's two voices and they're both you, and one of them's talking into a cereal box in the corner. Like, even my computer just decided this isn't good enough and just stopped.
I don't think this is a threat.
I'm getting these calls from this man. Now, I think I know who he is.
From ages ago that was, and I think it was debunked as someone that he'd arranged to call him and give him a threat so that he could put it on his channel. Yeah, so if he's going to be dredging that deep, we'll go back to yesterday.
I'm with you, AD.
At
In
least
these years that
this
I've
is
been here,
better.
you've never seen one bit of evidence that you do anything other than you appear to be. I do not follow anyone blindly. I support you. Yeah, I'm scared of Anna. She's very strict. Ex-policewoman. She's strict. She tells me the truth. If I'm wrong, she says I'm wrong. So when she says that I'm okay, I'm okay. That's like a proper good.
Well, she's a policewoman. She'd know all about circumstantial
So
evidence.
we've got
She'd
a
get the
man
sniff
who's
of
68
this, wouldn't
who
she?
likes to entertain you, sing songs, and walk his dog. Right? But all they
Is that
say
you? Wait.
is,
What you do is you like to entertain, sing songs, and walk the dog. But this week, all you've done is rant on about yourself, the court case, the Rusiks, the trolls. Like, at what point did you walk the dog? When did you do the singing? Oh, you did the singing? No, you didn't. You spoke over somebody else's songs in a bid to leverage emotion. You're a horrible, horrible person.
Absolutely. I don't know what I do to the Rusek fan. I'm not sure what I'm
Oh, there we
supposed to
go.
do, but I do anything. I also do paintings. They may not be good, but I also do art. And I'm so
I
quite a bit of my
couldn't
art.
be happier.
Louis Maggill sent tippies.
So I do art, yeah?
Has called all in VIN because his cock is so small.
Little wing.
Super
wingers.
Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Thank you.
So what's that now? I walk my dog, I do art, I sing songs, I write songs, I help people who are suffering from depression.
Jamie, I don't know if I'm running as administrator because I'm not that technical.
Anything else you do, AD? Well, yeah. Do asthma.
You do asthma.
Where again, I try to help people that can't sleep at night by
With
playing music
asthma.
and also
You play the. This is awful.
doing poetry. I like to read poetry to go to sleep. I won't miss you. So I do this sort of stuff.
Let it speak for itself.
It's music. Play too much, I always get struck. But best of all, I like reading poetry. Still I rise. Still I rise. Oh, did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes.
Bowed.
Shoulders falling down like teardrops. Weakened. by my
Bowed
sober
head,
pride.
Alan.
Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awfully hard. Because I laughed like I got gold mines digging in my own backyard.
I didn't spot this. I didn't watch this because his poetry's shit. But this is actually self-deprecating about being a narcissist.
You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with those eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness. But still, like the air, I shall rise.
Farty hot air coming out of your bumhole.
Does my sexiness upset you? Did that just come as a surprise?
Oh my god, I've got to watch this back.
That I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs.
This is from a woman's perspective.
Out of the huts of history's shame I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain I rise.
This is him. This is yesterday's show. Him playing back the show where he did the poetry. It gets really confusing because, oh, not this again. This is what's live now. Is his old house in Weston-super-Mare or some bollocks. But now he lives in Exmouth, so it's not relevant.
Accusations of being a predator and a sex offender because of him.
No, because of you.
What's he ever done wrong? Nothing, apparently. He's never done anything wrong, apparently.
Well, not sexual offences against children,
never fought
Alan.
back until this minute. And I'm still not fighting back. I'm just exposing him.
Oh yeah, Ellie, he doesn't read his own poetry. No, he reads other people's.
And he now lives in our country.
But he doesn't read it first. He just like gets it up on the screen and then just goes like top 10 love poems and then just goes.
I lived there for 6 years. I had to lose that house because of him.
No, because you couldn't keep up the payments, you
I only
arsehole.
rented it. Can you imagine having to leave where you love because of this guy from Norway?
No, because of you and your behaviour.
And nobody does anything.
Like, honestly,
Police don't do anything.
it's ridiculous.
YouTube don't do anything.
Like, if one man from Norway didn't like you, you don't have to move even if he knows where you live. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just ridiculous.
Live in fear on a daily basis.
My house.
What's Norway got
Where
to
I
do
used
with it
to live
anyway?
On Martin Deem's channel. Martin Deem's girlfriend, what do you think of this? Is it okay?
Martin Dean's girlfriend.
Do you
what
hate me
think?
enough to say this is okay? Can
This,
you
this bit's
justify
just for
this
Martin Dean's
on
girlfriend,
any
who he didn't name
level?
by name.
This is a guy who's best friends with Junior. Junior loves him, writes to him. Sandra says she wants to come and visit him in Norway. This is what's going on, guys. This is the truth of the people that say I'm harassing them. Look what he's done. He's there right
But you're harassing him now by doing a whole episode about him on your channel. Like, well, you're not really, are you? It's not the same as harassment. I shouldn't say that because I'm doing a whole episode about Alan. Well, I'm reacting to his content, but harassment is a different thing. You know, harassment would be to like be sending you actual emails or texts, or do you know what I mean? Like, he's not actually harassing you.
man.
This is against the law, and it's
against
all
the law. And Alan's having a bad day, and Alan's having a bad time, but he reads poetry and he's such a nice man.
Sing songs. I write songs. I walk my dog.
I watch child porn. I'd search for child porn on the
people
internet.
Relax and sleep. I read poetry. I read books for you. Yeah, all they think about is that I am upsetting the Ruseks. Do you think they might be a little bit misled somewhere?
That staring
Where
off to the
is
side
Chris
gets me
Watts
every
in all
time.
this?
You're doing it now.
Array of-
Why are you mentioning his fucking name now?
We used
And
to
then
get
what this?
1,500
Why is
people in
Nicola
chat.
Bully Inquest on now?
And then, of course, it's the big
Skip.
one. I'm not allowed to talk about this.
Well, why are you bringing it up
Because I
then?
think
Why are you bringing it up? Either do it or don't do it. Shit or get off the pot. Stop being a pussy. If you've got something to say, make a video about it and put it out there, and then make a different video about something else the next week. Don't fucking go on and on and on. You make yourself look like a fucking baby. A babis. You're just a stupid babis. Look, now we've got Frankie Rusik's tweet on the screen. Oh no. Oh.
silence
Alan.
on the other end or threat. Hey. And my subscribers.
We're watching a video that Alan made, look, on his internet phone. Look at it. I'm not messing with it.
He is.
This is it.
5 now.
If you're going to take me to court, hurry up. Because I'm sending this to the police under UK law. And you, Mr. Cohen, know it. stop raising money to take me to court in a case as frivolous as this.
Trying to intimidate the legal team. It's just fucking, like, it's denial, it's delusion, it's ridiculous. It's Alan Vinnicombe, an old, bitter, sad, lonely person who's got nothing better to do this time because he's not walking that dog. Yeah, he's got nothing better to do this time than sit on the internet and talk about himself all the time, talk about his own problems, and expect some support and like interest from these. And let's be fair, there are people that are that either in denial themselves or manipulated, or I guess the only other option is they are fucking paedophiles themselves and they're like fucking, you know, the cut of his jib. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's got a handful of them. A handful.
And you back him, and you talk to him, and you encourage him. And he's the one that's...
yeah,
and you back him, and you talk to him.
He's talking now.
That's what they do to my...
Makes me want to cry, this. I haven't seen this picture for a while, is it?
It's just some nose and a tear. It's not that bad, Alan.
You couldn't get them all up.
And now he's using it to try and twist
You're a sick man.
the leverage of the people that are on his stream.
Helen.
Look at what they did. Feel sorry for me.
Look at the person you're in love with.
Why is he labouring this point when it was such a minor little minimal
What's
bit?
inside of his mind to make him do this?
He thinks that you're a twat and he just wants to piss you off.
That's what Diem and that does to my dog.
It's funny.
Funny, isn't it?
Yes.
You have a look at that.
Keep that in your mind.
You think I can sleep?
Don't worry
5
about me
years.
singing with kids. Keep thinking about this dog and the shit I
And you
put it
encourage
through.
him. And he's the one that stalked me.
Neither Diem or Helen work. Their job is getting me.
To hotel rooms.
Their job is getting me.
And told people to come.
You don't work.
You can walk up to him and ask him for his autograph. Right.
What job do you do, Alan?
Here's the...
This is
You
their
wouldn't
down and
even
dirty
trust
job.
Alan. Listen, you wouldn't trust Alan to deliver the papers. Alan cannot get a job at this point because he can't sit through an interview process without coming across like a prick. So he's not going to get a job. The people in his town know him and go the other way when they see him coming. The people that are forced to serve him in the shop smile, but then spit in his fucking fish and chips. No, I'm not suggesting they do, actually. They're probably very good fish and chip people, but you know what I mean? Like Alan's got nobody around him and spends his time giving loads of shit to people on the... I mean, sounds a bit like me, actually, giving people shit on the internet. But, like, this, you know, this is bad.
Thick man.
Proof, Frankie. How do you honestly...
The picture of the dog's not even bad, though. It's just nothing. It's just like nothing. It's like, you know, could you imagine if you were at school and you were the teacher and one of the kids had drawn a picture of another kid's dog and they were upset and you had to take it off them and say, look, don't draw any more pictures of Timmy's dog. And Timmy, toughen the fuck up. No, it's nothing. It just goes in the folder of, like, funny that Alan's cross, but not a criminal offence, not an executable offence, not an offence that makes me feel bad that somebody did it. It's just a funny trolling. It's not even bad trolling. It's not even the bad kind.
There's a joke. He's brought your case down.
I just posted a video of his family and his ex-wife too. You bastards.
You bastards.
And you think he's helping you. He allows comments like this.
He allows comments. Allows the comments.
Which is people to come and find me. That's how I've got these messages that are going to come and get me. Because of this man that you befriended.
Alan, it's been going on 5 years. No one's turned up at your door. I don't think they're going to, like, the only thing is, if you do get found out and convicted of child pornography offences, then you've got real fucking problems. But then by that point, you'll be in prison and you'll have real fucking problems. So, like, just grow the fuck up.
I know. Are you in the right frame of mind?
Okay, they're not new teeth. They're dentures that you put in a frigging glass of water by the bed when you take him out at night. They're not his teeth. Justin.
Really? I'm a 67-year-old man who talks about crime. This vendetta has to stop.
This thing again, any information for AD, please write adsubs007gmail.com. That's not Alan's email address. That's the one that goes to the spanners. but they're still appealing for information. Like, what are they on about?
Because you've employed a whole bunch of
Why are we
crazies.
watching? No, I can't. This is just Alan watching his own video from the other day. Like, he's got multiple videos on YouTube and he's watching his old videos now. Like, we do that sometimes and it's okay because it's actual content, but Alan's not
This lady
so much.
needs questioning. I'm not allowed to talk about
This
it.
is from yesterday.
Is there anyone else on this earth? I think I'm going to go on the BBC and say, I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to do that, BBC. I don't want to see any more horse jumping. I hate horse jumping. I want you to take all the horse jumping off your programme. And do that. The troll channels. My new troll channels have got rid of my best 3 cases. The things you want me to talk about. They've taken them away. And they don't
Just
even like
ignore
me.
them
So
then
they-
and just fucking talk about them. Like, it's not true, is it, Alan? Like, if you think that the Rusiks and Nicola Bullis and Madeleine McCann are so important for you to talk about in today's day and age, and you've got something to say, then make the videos. Make them. Like, so what the trolls say? But you haven't got anything to say, so instead you're talking about a drama about yourself. The trolls have stopped me from making my videos. For 5 years you were making the videos. Nobody stopped. When Eddie said he would take his own channel down if you didn't stop plagiarising his content, that didn't stop you. Like, nothing, it's not about what other, like, you're such a boorish arsehole. You don't let people tell you what to do. That's one of the problems, is you don't take advice. But to then turn it back around and say, oh, it's their fault, I can't do it anymore.
Am I nuts?
Yes.
Am I stupid to be controlled
Yes.
by these people? I think I'm going to go on the BBC and say, I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to do that, BBC.
People literally write into points of view.
I don't want to see any more horse jumping. I hate horse jumping. I want you to take all the horse jumping off your programme. And you, that tennis, I can't stand tennis. Oh, I don't want tennis off. Get it off. And that EastEnders, close it down. Disgusting. Close it down. Are they going to do that if I tell them to?
Well, if the market forces are right, then yes. If people don't want to watch it, then they will stop doing it. If they send them in lots of complaint letters, they will address it, yes. But just you, Alan, on your own, not so much.
So why am I controlled? Why?
You're not.
Who's doing this to me? How have I got in this situation where I can be manipulated by these idiots?
What?
Well, it's all because of Junior over in Carolina, who sets them on me. That makes me think, oh no, I better not do the what's case. Do you think all the other people don't do the what's case? They do it. They do it.
Well, do it then.
So I'm asking you again, if you just join me, I need your proof. I need your proof of harassment from the truthers to you.
I've got lots of proof of Alan's veiled threats against me. They've gone to the police. Like, what's he on about? He wants... Alan, rather than doing his own work, is he still live? Good question. Good question. He's still doing this. Now it's loading. It's buffering.
Didn't act alone, which is from the
Not my
Discovery
video,
Park.
his.
Well, over 100,000 supporters that agree with me. Do you think I'm going to... I thought...
I have 12 crime reference numbers of threats of violence against me. The police have offered no
He's trying to draw attention away from the fact he said he had 100,000
We can't help
supporters.
until it comes into actual violence.
And you don't have crime
This
reference
world, we were
numbers.
allowed to have an-
You don't have crime reference numbers. You've got incident numbers. Like, they report. You report something, and they give you a code so that when you want to talk about it again, oh yeah, we've got that on the computer. That's the reference number. It's not a crime reference because there was
Grandmaster
no
Sid
crime.
Sophos sent tippies. We are BA Dollartards, we are BA Dollartards, we don't care, we are Chuffer. Super Chuffer from YouTube. Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
We are bastards. We are bastards. We are bastards. We don't care. We are bastards. We are bastards. We are bastards. We don't care. We are brummies. We are brummies. We are brummies. Yes, we are. You are wankers. You are wankers. You're a wanker. Yes, you are.
opinion. I'm not saying it's a hoax. I'm not saying any making names. I'm just saying Chris had...
You review independently investigate various...
He's paused it. He's paused it. His old video, he says, I'm just saying that Chris had help. And he's paused it while he makes the slur again. Because he's like afraid of his own back content. He didn't know what he was about to say. And he's like, shit, I'm now running a video that says Chris Watts had help by mistake.
I'm not saying it's a hoax. I'm not saying any making names. I'm just saying Chris had...
You review independently investigate various true crimes within the public domain. Produce videos which will investigate these cases and work with my team.
What about
This
that bit where you
allows
just
to
said
give
Chris had help?
much-needed closure to affected families is
You think that
documentation
people are
in
going
public
to
interest.
not notice because you paused
It
it
is
and
my
talked
main
about it?
source of income.
Read this bit.
Help. A nickel
Help,
passenger should be questioned more. That's all I'm saying. Passenger should be questioned more.
Alan.
Public interest. It is my main source of income.
Help. A nickel passenger should be questioned more. That's all I'm saying.
A statement is
Even
not
today.
defamatory unless it's a publication is likely to cause serious harm to the reputation of the claimant. What harm am I doing to Frankie Jr.? How am I?
Discuss it in court, you fucking idiot. That's your that's your point. That's what you've got to do. That's your defence. You've got to find these points in law and prove that you're not in breach of the law.
Affecting his ability to make money. It's made about your book. Great case.
Here.
The words of my solicitor, guys. If it goes to court, I've got them left, right, and centre. They're seriously harming my life.
So this appears to be, from what he said, from his solicitor. So from the information you provided, it seems likely the family and or their supporters may try to argue a truth defence. Section 2, subsection 1 of the Defamation Act.
It's raining again. I couldn't be happier.
AUD bod centipes. I honestly think we're witnessing an implosion thanks Chuffer Red Heart # Black Heart #. Super Chuffer owes 3
A lot of
hugs.
people think that. A lot of people think he's like, you know, really off the rails this week. But I actually think it's kind of like deliberate. But we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Like, I hope we're witnessing an implosion. He's certainly, like, his channel's gone completely down the toilet. His attempt to do asthma and all this other stuff has ruined the algorithmic pool in any way, shape or form. He's probably hoping someone's going to turn up dead and there's going to be a case next week that he can jump into or some shit like that. But really, this is dredging up all this stuff as like drama so that he can have a drama on his channel about himself. So I feel like he's just decided to put it in the bin and be a drama channel. He's essentially, you know, playing into his own trolling now, isn't he? But the move to get the microphone and to put it over there and to, like, downgrade your content in that way, that was a strange move. And all this squishy stress ball's strange. And he doesn't like what we do, does he? Because we literally point at the facts, the truth, holding to account. And Alan, you can look in the mirror. You can look in the fucking mirror and know what I'm saying is true. It doesn't matter what you were saying on your channel. It doesn't matter how you try and manipulate people. On your own, alone at night, after you've finished with your dirty in your black room with your pictures, on your own alone at night, you know that all this stuff is true. You know the worst things that are true, don't you, Alan? You know the things that can't even be said on the internet that even I don't know, but you know them. You know your own shame. You know all the times in life where you felt little and small, so instead you've gone and bullied someone else. I mean, let's not even get into being the pusher, you know. Let's not even get into being the pusher. But you know what's true, don't you, Alan? And that's the worst thing, is you know. Yeah. What an idiot. This reads, the family might argue a truth defence. Well, the family's not going to argue a defence, are they? Because they're litigating. So it's you that argues the defence. So subsection 2 of the Defamation Act, I know all about this. It's a defence to an action for defamation to show that the implication is substantially true. So when I did my Smule video back then,
It's raining again. I couldn't be happier.
Grandmaster
It's
Sid
raining
Sophos.
again.
You got two of them at the same
Miss
time.
Sarah sent tippy. Sorry, Scott. I can't help Looks it. like I got his met Gucci, his I karma, got aka Lacoste, I Super got a Chuffer. BMW. I got a big
Keep on
armchair,
exposing
yeah.
his lies. It's well
I
deserved.
got all the bling and as much
He
chicken
really
as I
is
can
nuts.
eat. Super
should do more
Chuffer owes
bleaching,
3
yeah.
hugs.
thank you, both of you. Thank you. Sid said, sorry, Scott, I can't help it. I got Gucci, I got Lacoste, I got a BMW, I got a big armchair. Oh, yeah. The oh, yeah's in there as well. I got all the bling, as much chicken as I can eat. And Miss Sarah says, or Miss Sarah, it looks like he's met his karma, aka Super Chuffer. I don't know about karma. I think he'll get that when he dies and gets reincarnated as a fucking vole. But he really is nuts, yeah. Agreed. This picking this apart, right? It's a defence for it to be true. So when I made the video saying that he was on Smule and there's other paedophiles on Smule, and I'm not calling him a paedophile, but here's all the truth. My defence for that is it's all true. If he wanted to come after me for defamation. Yeah? Some of the stuff I've said today has been right over the line. Because I don't think he can come after me for defamation. Just don't think he's got the finance, frankly. And if he did, then I think he'd be in a world of shit. So, to be honest, I think he'd end up in a world of shit. But this is a defence. So his solicitors are suggesting that if he were to litigate against them, the family, the Rusick family, I'm to assume, or their supporters, if Alan were to go against them, they would likely argue it's true. However, we're currently not of the view any defendant would be, and I don't know what the rest of it is. I think what this is saying is his solicitors have said to him, or he's tried to engage with a solicitor, and they've looked at it and said, look, you can't sue them because we will lose. Because it's true, you fucking knob. I've seen the video.
I don't think I haven't looked into it or spent money on it. Oh, I have. And I wanted you guys to see that.
Guys, they're all women, but yeah.
With limited funds, it's difficult. That legal advice.
Look at the potato quality of his broadcast.
Just for them to say, yeah, if it goes to court, you're not going to lose. But they don't care because it's not their money.
You can't see him properly. You can't hear him properly.
Crisis. People can't afford to give them money. They gave them to get rid of me, and they don't even want to get rid of me. They want money. They don't want to get rid of me. They want money from me.
You want money from the people watching. That's what that's about. That's projection. Denial.
So he no longer has any credibility, even with his own friends, due to his excessive and overbearing actions and his so many lies. In my opinion, there's been no asset to Junior or the old family whatsoever.
Well, he's not.
He used underhand dirty tactics, none of which will be any evidence to the court of law. When he touches, ends in ruins. There's nothing I would want in my life. Now it's in the UK, he should be aware of it.
Yeah, yesterday I had the pop shield facing. He's got the microphone in the wrong place. It needs to be in front of his mouth. He needs to talk into it.
Just showed you.
And also, you can hear it's more like echoey resonant in the room, like rather than being like when he had that microphone from there, it was right by his mouth. It was like, you know, set to just don't get me started.
There's a young lady in America, but she's not young. She sounds young.
Oh, it's Tosha now.
For what he does is bullying tactics. Instead of her saying, "Oh yeah, I see that, Mr. Cohen, maybe not what I thought," she says she blames the newspaper, the Daily Mirror,
who are completely down the pipe of phone hacking, being shit.
We don't take tabloid press seriously.
No,
Those
exactly.
types of inputs need to be less accurate and more prone to sensationalism. And
less accurate, more prone to sensationalism. That is what Alan's. This is his take on his channel now. He is his own drama channel. Do you see that? Like, that's why people watched this week. They wanted to see what he was going to be like, what he was saying about this, you know, rubbish. He is his own drama channel. It's like today's episode is sponsored by Inception, frankly.
they were
It's a bad dream.
in their pursuit of this Cohen.
It's a bad
guy,
dream.
Cohen Davis.
Skip. Like, this is like the quality of this media production is it's on his phone, it's vertical, it feels none of the
Jesse
screen.
Centipes. Alan seems to have raised his MIC. It's even worse now.
It's raining again.
Super
I couldn't
Chuffer
be
05
happier.
Jessica Centipes. Scott, we all love you. Big ups, Mimps, big ups to everyone, to Slinky Socks and Martin, and to
Yeah,
our
big
mods.
ups to the squad.
Team Spirit.
Gang Stalker squad. The Mimp
Super
squad.
Chuffer 05 hugs.
The Mimp squad. We've got our own squad with the Mimp squad. Yeah. Like.
And give her a false injunction. Also,
Oh! Poor Madeline. Poor Madeline that she gets brought up in these ways over and over again on his stream, right? But this is the level of the man. The reason that looked so shit, the reason it looked so shit, is because 42 minutes ago it was sent to him on a message. He obviously uses this Madeline group as their messaging group, doesn't he? This is their messaging group. Madeline McCann, The Truth Behind the Lie. It's their little private messaging group. He gets to look at Madeline's little face every time he opens his computer. And these are the messages coming in. So his content on his stream, right? This is what we're looking at. Is he home shopping? The stuff on his screen is all the things he's just shown us, all those phone screenshots from the Daily Mirror. So instead of preparing his episode, he's literally just said to someone, right, I want to talk about the Daily Mirror screenshots, send me them now. A bit like how, you know, mods and, you know, people who work in rooms in Discord get things together, and I'm like, you know, does anyone know who's got that clip? Does anyone have that clip? You know, a bit like that, but differently. He hasn't looked at this, you know, he hasn't read it through. Like, he's just, send me the stuff now. I'm going to put it on the screen now, and unadulterated and unedited. I'm not even going to look into. Like, he's obviously done this before and brought it up before, but like, can you see how it works? This is how his stream works. It's 40 minutes ago. Someone sent him the information, and he just pressed click, live on screen, click, live on screen, click, and then accidentally, oh, here's my Facebook group with my fake account and my Madeleine McCann pictures that I like to look at. Like, he's just a horrible, dirty, sleazy man that gets these women to make his content for him behind the scenes. And as a group, it's not that good, is it? It's not that good, really.
German newspapers and lots of others.
Oh, I spotted that, Alan, you fucking idiot. On the community post. Or has he changed it now? Because he likes to go back and modify them, doesn't he? On the community post, he posted these news stories that were about the Daily Mirror and this mother being threatened on TripAdvisor. Obviously, the Daily Mail is completely reputable. Yeah, right? And then this one is from Merker Deutsche. Da Essen ist Hockensteins Mittag Aschend Überlebt de Bertrand will in Wonger Christ. It's German. And it's the same story translated for a German newspaper. So it's not like repeated different publications are all saying this. It's one story translated for a German newspaper. Wergen TripAdvisor Betwergen Restaurant Drotkundis mit Gefangen. I don't even know if this is about the same thing because I can't read German. But he's published these German articles. And here's one from the Times. This one makes me laugh because this one from the Times oh, he's changed it. He's edited it, has he? At the bottom it said, cannot read the story unless you pay. Like, here on the Times is just a photograph of a pub. And the rest of the article was cut off. He's cut it off now. It said, cannot read unless you pay. So it's not even the article. So these screenshots are just like look at the quality of the people. Like, think about this, right? The quality of the people that have A, sent him these screenshots, and the quality of the person that has just published them on his community post without looking at them to realise they're in fucking German. Like, the quality of it, the level of it. So let's not have it any other way. Alan on the internet. This is fucking dog shit. This is trash. Alan, I know you watch this, yeah? Look at how fucking rubbish you are. Look at how seedy and depraved you are. That's mad. She's dead. Why are you using this group with her picture as the main thing to do your business on? How come you get people sending you screenshots to put on your, like, come on, Kaka, hurry up, I need to do my stream. You're not even doing it, Alan. Why doesn't Kaka just do the stream? She'd probably have more success. People would probably like her more because she'd be more personable than you fucking shit.
So I think you've got to grasp that it's not about the Daily Mirror, is it?
Look at the quality.
It's about...
That's your broadcast, Alan. That's not my internet. That's your broadcast.
Many others. I want to show you the different papers.
Do you know what must be happening?
Help.
For some reason, his internet is getting bottlenecked. Okay? And my best guess is that he's playing poker in the other window because we had those moments where he's watching his video. So my best guess is he's playing poker in the other window and that is taking some sort of precedence on his internet because it's uploading as well as downloading when you're playing the poker. And so his screen quality and his broadcast quality has gone down the toilet.
The Times.
There it is. Look, the Times. Continue reading. Enjoy unlimited digital access, free for 1 month. And it doesn't say anything about this story. So what is it that you're trying to prove with this article, and why are you showing us that?
Your country, right? Oh, the Times bash Cohen as well for what he's...
Do they? Because this is not evidence of that, Alan. You're just saying it.
Done to Sarah. Yeah, the Times, British best newspaper. Is that a useless tabloid, Barbie? Is it?
Well, we don't know what it says, Alan. We don't know what their perspective is.
You want to hide behind Daily Mirror.
No one's reading the story. You haven't read the story. The story might say that this well-respected lawyer is being dragged into a debacle, and the other newspapers are reporting on it badly. But we've decided that they're well in their rights to do what they... You don't know what it says, Alan, because you haven't read it, because you can't see it, because you haven't paid to read the Times story. And so what?
Same story in the Times.
You don't know that.
bullied Sarah. Like it or not, the Independent, Cohen bullied Sarah.
Who
Threatened her with
cares?
penal
Does it matter what this lawyer has
They were
done?
in prison.
Like this lawyer, right? Woman who left damning restaurant review on TripAdvisor facing legal action. See, they're not slamming the woman in the Independent. Woman who left damning restaurant review facing legal action. They're just reporting it. So they're not slamming the woman. It was only the Mirror who was slamming. Sorry, the Mirror who was slamming the legal people. This paper are not, because they're different from the Mirror Group, and the Mirror Group have had their own problems with being sued and litigated against, haven't they? So he's undermining his own point here. He's just an idiot. What's happened is someone put bad reviews on TripAdvisor. She got litigated against. The people who litigated against her was Cohen. And then she said they were bullying me and it's bad. And the newspaper that reported on it obviously have an iron in the legal fire with their own legal problems. But the other newspapers who reported on it are not reporting on it with that bias. And Alan has undermined his own point.
Many newspapers. The Daily Mail.
Yeah.
Cohen threatened mother with
In
prison.
480p.
The Cosmopolitan. Cohen threatened woman for jail.
So it doesn't say, it says a woman is being threatened with jail for leaving a negative TripAdvisor review. It doesn't say the lawyer has threatened her. It says that the threat implicit upon her is that she could go to jail because of these court proceedings. So I don't think she's being threatened with jail in the same way as Alan's trying to imply it. And the reason Cosmopolitan are reporting it like this is because they're part of a media conglomerate. So when one story gets reported, it gets copy and pasted for other news articles in other places, and their editors look at them and like say, basically, do I want to just copy and paste this into my thing? Yeah, go on then, or maybe not. And it's just like a load of like, it's part of the aggregation service. It's not because someone in Cosmopolitan was so interested and angered that they found out about this story and these lawyers are so bad. It's just the feature of modern media on the internet.
For a TripAdvisor review, Barbie.
You should be going to prison, Alan, for
You
dodgy
understand now, Barbie?
kids'
I've got nothing
behaviour.
against
You know,
you
all that
or
kiddie
women.
cum. That's why you should go to
I
prison.
want you to believe that man, Liam, who don't take any notice of the Daily Mirror. Look at the story. Cohen bullied Sarah, a part-time nurse. Cohen now works for Frankie to bully me into giving him money without going to court. No, I'll go to court.
No one said anything about bullying a nurse.
I will not be bullied.
Except
I'm
you.
going to Patreon now if you want to join me.
Oh, no one. Why would
That
you?
was a true story.
For this?
A story they didn't want you to hear or see.
But you've been repeating it for years, Alan.
But he's not.
Nothing new today.
Liam shouldn't be on YouTube, but he is.
Nothing new
Liam
today.
shouldn't have a channel, but he has. Armchair Detective just wants to study true crime.
But why don't you then?
I'll see you in Patreon, guys, if you're a patron. Thank you. Good night.
Absolute dog shit, wasn't it? Absolute shit. Real turd. Just real, like, you know, I've gone on and on about it, so I don't need to repeat myself too much. Let's finish off from yesterday.
If you've got any screenshots of Junior attacking me, what I really need, I know that he wrote many things about me in the past. I never collected them. It's not my style. But if you have any screenshots...
So you didn't do your own work and you want other people to do their own work for you.
Big words. Everything was done in uppercase. Hate you, AD. You're going to go to prison the rest of your life. If you've got any of that, please send the screenshots of what he says about me to Armchair Detective, no, not Armchair Detective, to adsubs007@gmail.com. If you've got any screenshots of him abusing me in any way at all, I need them.
So you haven't got a
Send
case
them to me.
together then?
I know people that took screenshots of what you say about me. I need them.
Thought you said you
I've got
had
to give it to the judge. I've got to stop this case before it starts. This young man is telling me on his page that I've harassed him, that I've said he's got a criminal record. I don't know if he's got a criminal record, but it will come out in the wash if he has. He says, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. Well, I'm allowed to have my say. I'm saying he harassed me. I haven't got the proof, but I will have when you send me the screenshots of him putting hatred on me. I want that. I've got nothing to say bad about him. I just want the truth. I want exactly what he used to say about me, please, so I can give it to the judge.
And the judge
This
won't
ain't
care
24.
because that's not your
I'll make sure of
defence. Your defence should be, it's the truth. Or
Don't forget, your names must be kept private and confidential. I won't be reading out any names that give me anything, okay? But
you'll be
your
keeping
help.
them and harassing
I have to
people through their
amass
emails.
I'm way behind them. They've got like God knows how many hours of stuff that they've got collected, which that Claire Morgan showed the world. I know they've got loads of screenshots of me, like 60 hours of it. And that Claire Morgan showed you. She put it on YouTube and their names and addresses, which breaks the Data Protection Act. She's got an answer to that. I need your proof. Anything you can do to help. Any screenshots you have, send it to me as soon as possible. Please.
Whistleblowers I need. Statements, whistleblowers. Because you used to be a truther. Remember Cher that used
He hasn't got anything.
to be a truther. She came on here and apologised. She said, yep, I was part of it. They put me up to it. They told me lies about you. One of my spanners now used to believe what they said. And then she come around to the truth. Have you been lied to? Were you in the Truther channels? Were you lied to? Were you forced to attack people? Were you one of the ones that was forced to attack people that give me super chat? If you were, your name would be confidential. Just send me proof. I know they made you do it. And I know you feel bad about it now. Send me proof, please.
This is clutching at straws.
Anyone that's got anything, please. If you've got the address of Claire Morgan or Jan Meredith Frost, send me it confidentially because they need to be held to book for their lies.
Why on earth would you need their address? Why would you need, like, if someone had got their address, why would you need it? That's the creepiest thing I've ever heard. That's the creepiest thing. Oh, don't worry about Bin Bin. Yeah, I know my stuff about Bin Bin, don't worry. Like, what, the creepiest thing I've ever heard. Send me the addresses of these women that are involved in this court case.
Both those women pretended to be solicitors and they're not. It's a 2-year prison sentence for those two. I need their addresses. Okay. Any screenshots of the family in the chat, the truthers? Egging them on? Send me it. Any videos you've got of the family on that weekend?
Who at home is taking screenshots of this shit for years and has got it in a folder ready to send to Alan and has not already done so? What?
And abusing my name or anything, send it to me.
And it proves nothing and doesn't count
Mary
for
I'm
anything.
doing this for Mary Marlowe, Audrey Briggs, Dr. B, Kelly the Advocate, Molly Golightly, and
Like, if you went into court and said, right, here's a picture that someone sent me. It looks like a comment on a YouTube channel, so better take that into consideration. My response would be, can you prove that it's a comment on a YouTube channel? Can you show us the URL and the comment? Or is this just a screenshot that you could just have made up, photoshopped? Like, is there any validity to it? No. In that case, inadmissible as evidence. Rubbish. Like, you know there are apps that can make you fake comments, right? Like, they can make it look like, you don't even have to do the Photoshop, you just type it into an app and it makes it look like, because you need it for editing sometimes. Like, you know, in like TV, they've got a text message. No one's sending them a fucking text message, are they? They've got an app and it's got a thing that makes it look like a text message. Like, insanity this is.
Daniel Bishop. All of their channels ruined by the truthers and the family. Mary Marlowe, Audrey Briggs. Of course, I've got loads of evidence already, but I want your evidence. I want your evidence. Stuff I haven't got.
You want a big pile of extra evidence?
We've got enough evidence to put on the back of an elephant, but I need your evidence. What have you got that I haven't got?
Why?
Mary Marlowe, please contact me at what they did to you. I know they put you. I know you ended up in an institution.
In an institution?
I've got an entire Google Drive of evidence, but I want your evidence.
You've got an entire Google Drive of evidence. What's a Google Drive? And how is it entire, full of evidence? You mean... Don't even start me.
My admin's got stacks. I want your truth, your proof, your real life experiences with these truthers. Were you a truther? I know a lot you've left. Come forward with your evidence on Diem. I want to know about Diem. Where did he live? Where was he before? Why did he disappear off the earth for 3 years? Why are they in that second life? What goes on in second life? What have they been?
Just log on to it, you fucking prick. If anyone's got any information about Alan, I want to know about Alan's past life. I want to know about Alan's history before he was big on the internet. You know, I want to know about, well, we know, you know, he played poker and we know that he was the restaurant inspector, but I want to know about his life, you know, before that, his growing up. If anyone's got any information on Alan, send me. And if anyone's got Alan's address, well, it's in Exmouth. If anyone's got Alan's address, you know, if anyone's got any of these, you know, if anyone's got any, send it to me. Like, doesn't that sound, Alan? Like, what are you doing?
Anything you have, send me. I'm really interested in that second life thing because it's a disgusting place. Mary Marlowe, send me your truth. Audrey Briggs, send me your truth. Dr. B,
send me your truth.
Time you gave me a statement on what they did to you, please.
A statement? You're not the police.
Kelly, they came on my show and told me that they took all your money, your last £5 from shopping. I need a statement from you, Kelly the Advocate, written statement, and any screenshots you have. Molly Golightly, you said that his own mother told you not to give him money because he self-medicates. You said that, Molly Golightly. Have you got any proof? Daniel
What are you
Bishop,
talking about? Dian?
you told me that they came to your town to see if you owned a property so they could sue you. Give me your story, Daniel Bishop. What have they done to you?
He's naming all these people on his stream and saying that they've said this stuff. So he's sort of like implicating them in having said this stuff, even if they might not have done, which is weird. I can't tell what they actually said, but, you know, apparently they said this stuff.
Other creators, what have the truthers and their gang done to you? Let me know.
Let me know.
It's important. They're trying to take me to court, in the biggest court in my country. I have to fight back. Can't do it without your help.
Fight back? No, you have to defend yourself, you ignorant arsehole.
Make a statement, sign it, don't give me your address. adsubs007@gmail.com.
But as soon as they send it to you, you will have their email address, and then you'll be able to use that through your dodgy phishing scams.
And just to prove, got a statement from Daniel. That's good. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Daniel gave us a statement years ago. So anyway, so before I go, a little bit of proof for you.
Proof. This is what I mean. Like, send that to the court, even with people's face, you know, pictures, and like that in itself can be knocked up in seconds and can say anything. So it's not proof. That's not how this works. Alan's ignorant. He thinks screenshots and screen grabs and send me pictures. It's not admissible in court. This is not proof. They can, if it's on your phone, then they can take your phone and get the metadata, probably from when the screen grab was taken. That's one step further. But actually, you'd probably want the actual website that it's printed on, published on, you know, the URL. That would be the proof, wouldn't it, that they would use? But this in itself is not.
Amen, preach. It just shows how disgusting they really are. It's all about them. Now, he's pretending I harassed him. This is Junior himself in their chat. Morning, Griminor. Will someone educate the pair of them in the law, please?
And it doesn't prove anything.
Stand a voice.
It's just rubbish.
Lawyer, you're a lawyer. Advise your client. You cannot
I'm just
make
going to
any
have a
report
bathroom
because
break.
you harassed him for 2 years. Cohen, you're a social media solicitor. Listen to me. He's harassed me. I have proof. Tell him to knock it on the head. And I'm not running scared. I just fed up with it. I'm trying to bring it to a head. Let's bring it to a head, Cohen. Junior, let's bring it to a head. You know you've done wrong. Cohen knows you've done wrong. So what's the point of pursuing it? You're never going to get any money out of me. All you're going to get is more hate. The best thing you can do is start your life again, away from me. So I guess I've said it all now. 11, what time is it? 1 hour, 16 minutes. Okay. All right, before I go, how many of you here in chat have got some proof, or you can make a statement? How many of you got some proof you can send me, or you've been harassed by the truthers, or you have something we can use? Anybody? You don't have to tell me what you got. I just want to see how many of you are you going to send AD anything? There you go. Anybody here going to send me anything? Do you have any proof? Have you been harassed? I need your help. No, best not say in chat, I suppose. Don't say what you have. No, they come after you. Better not say nothing, I suppose. Let's just don't say anything. But if you've got anything, send it me. I'm sure some of you have experienced it.
Squeezing that stress ball. There was so much to pick out there. Obviously, the chat should have been wild with people sending him stuff because, as he says, all the truthers harass everyone. But instead, nobody.
I need all the proof you've got. Please send it to adsubs007@gmail.com. Any proof you have of harassment of yourself or me, any screenshots, any proof, please send it. Do not give us your address. And that's about it.
And also, he checked.
Thanks,
he was
Peter.
like, 1 hour 16. Oh, that's okay. I've done an hour, therefore I get this amount. Like, or you know, he's always concerned to make sure he's like cleared an hour, or like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like he feels like he's done a job of work there, sitting and rambling about himself.
I shall continue to write songs. I shall continue to sing. I shall continue to write poetry and read out poetry. I continue to walk my dog. I will continue to do art. I will continue to do ASMR and music and help you sleep. I will continue to help the depressed.
Please do, Alan, because this week has been fucking awful in terms of your content. It's been a real toilet visit. It's been a toilet visit on a moving train where you go in the toilet and someone's fucking trashed it. And you're like, well, I need to use this toilet because I'm trapped on this moving train, but there's, I don't even want to be standing in what I'm standing in. So how are we going to work this? I'm sure it must be worse for women. Like, awful. Troll alert. Don't worry, Maddie W can stay. Saying my channel is nothing without AD is fine. If you want me to quickly clarify that for you, Maddie, if you want. So let's quickly clarify that. Battery exhausted. Well, where do you want to start, really? Because this channel that you're watching now is battery exhausted, yeah? It's battery exhausted. But if you really want to start, then I guess I started on the internet as true binaural and ASMR, which was quite successful without AD, to be honest. The ASMR videos, do you know he likes that ASMR, asthma? You know the ASMR videos I made? These ones with hundreds of thousands of views. Yeah. This documentary that I actually produced and made that has one
I
of
used
the
to
most
work 9 to 5.
popular ASMR artists in the world in it. This documentary I made was going all right without Alan. So I've made a few different documentaries actually, and it's not just the ASMR channel. So I started as the ASMR channel, but then after a while I decided I wanted to be a live streamer. I'd been on Twitch for a bit, and I started out Super Chuffer channel, and this doesn't have Alan on it at all. This main channel doesn't have Alan on it whatsoever. Not at all. It's been going quite well. It's been going quite well without Alan. So I don't need Alan. Oh, there he is, look, in this one, talking about the police media response body language. He came up there for some reason. That's weird, actually, that I should say he's not there at all, and then it comes up as a little play. Because he was stealing my content. Alan was thieving my content to replace the things he needed. He hadn't got anything to say, so he was saying what we said. He was stealing our content, so there's that. But all this stuff, you know, the main channel, that's not to do with Alan. And then going back to Battery Exhausted, like I've got other channels as well, you know, other stuff as well. But going back to Battery Exhausted, if you go to the oldest, like this wasn't about Alan for a long time. Not for a long time. And then if you go to most popular, it's not about Alan either. My Eddie Hall bit was a bit more popular than Alan. Even this thing about fucking building a rotavator is more popular than Alan. So, Vegan Time, Jury and Ryder Exposed, another narcissistic idiot that we have to cover again soon. Alan does pop up, yeah. And we have been doing a bit of Alan season. But I've been quite fine without Alan. He stole my content. When I asked him politely to apologise and take the video down, he refused to do that. The apology was awful. Eventually he had to take the video down. And then he went plagiarising my content. Alan would love it if he could go back in time and not steal my video and just not do Super Chuffer content and not rip me off. Right? Alan plagiarised my content and now I kicked his ass all over the internet. So don't worry about my channel would be nothing without Alan. My channel will continue on without Alan in the future, thank you very much. But at the moment, it's a bit of a project that we're running and it's going quite well, actually. Much better than Alan's crap. Much better than this. Like, Alan's channel would be nothing without dead children and hearsay and vitriol, wouldn't it? You know, under those circumstances. Alan's channel would be nothing without, you know, we all talk about something on the internet, don't we? Well, you know, there's that, and also I create other stuff and edit it, and there's the documentary that was on Netflix as well, which I don't talk about a lot, do I? But there's a documentary on Netflix that I'm executive producer, camera and sound, so like, I think we do a little bit more without him in the, you know, Alan's just a small part of this. He's not some big important, he's just a small part of it. So now that we've got that clear, you never have to worry about that again. So I'm all right without Alan, but he is, you know, feature at the moment. Yeah, it's going quite well.
Also, I will continue to cover true crime. But it's absurd to say that all I do is the Watts case. It's absurd.
Yeah, because you talk a load of other shit as well, but for years, Alan, all you did was the Watts case, and you haven't really got anything to say about anything. Like, you haven't got any insight into human behaviour. You can understand the criminal psychology because you are a criminal, and so it comes second nature to you to think that way. But really what you're doing, Alan, is you're pretending to do stuff. Pretending. Dilettante. Like, it's the same with your art. Pretending you're a dilettante, and you're just doing bare enough to grift people who are naive, really. So if we have got one of Alan's friends in chat, then I worry about you on this level, right? I worry you're in some sort of denial, and I worry that you've got some sort of problem in your life, some hole that Alan has filled, whether it be death of a loved one, or loneliness, or wanting to feel like you're in on something. Like, in some way, you've become part of this group with Alan, and it's not so much about Alan anymore for you, really. It's about the group and the feeling of belonging. And you can feel that here. You know, you don't need Alan for that. You can totally feel you can be here and be part of this as well. So you don't need Alan for that. I'm here for you. I think it's a kind of form of denial. And I think when you look at things closely, or take a step back maybe, You know, take a break from it and just take a look. Don't worry about what, you know, Martin and Val and all these people. Like, bear in mind, I've not been in this for a long time, have I? I haven't been angry at Alan because of what he said about the Watts case. I'm just an independent media creator that was doing my thing, and Alan stole my content and dragged me into this bullshit. And then it turned out that Alan doesn't know about lol cows and detractors. Thanks very much, Walk with Laura. Keep on exposing. Thank you. That's the first time you super chatted, it tells me. Thank you for going that extra step and pressing those buttons. If you've got some to share, I'm very grateful to have some of that. Thank you. It's my income. The thing with Alan, yeah, I think if you take a step back from it, you can really see it for what it is. You know, you don't need this malignant force in your life. And I think, you know, if you do your own research,
It's raining again. I couldn't be happier.
just from that one point.
Gwenny
Thank you
sent
very much, Gwenny.
tippies. I enjoy all the channels you do not hear for just Alan content. Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Thanks very much. Thanks. I mean, obviously, I kind of enjoy the Alan. I mean, I didn't enjoy it today. I was cross with him today. I come straight off the back of that nonce video that I was watching, and you know, these guys with this guy.
4 or 5. What was sent to me here recently?
You know, it was making me cross, that was, and then watching Alan's nonsense was even more worse. But if you want, you know, like if you're saying that, like the best thing, right? You said, oh, without Alan you'd be nothing. I've just shown you a brief overview of some of my other content. Have a look at it. See if it's up to scratch. The Nicola Buddy case is a great example because Super Chuffer, the main channel there, like he goes on about the Chuffer man, doesn't he? The Super Chuffer. The Nicola Buddy stuff, the podcast we do, you know, like go and have a look at it and just see, because you know about the Nicola Buddy case because you're into that if you watched Alan. Like, just see. You might notice a few ideas pop up. You might think, oh, Alan might have said something about that. Or Alan said this, or this wasn't quite what Alan said. You know, you might see some contradictions there, but quite a lot of the time he took some of the things we said and then used them on his show. But he got a lot of things wrong. Like with the metadata, you remember. I've got a video about the CCTV. Alan did the metadata. He thought the metadata was written on it like a watermark. But that was Jizzy True Crime's watermark, and he got it wrong. And metadata is encrypted, so it's in the light and shade of a pixel, not written across it like a watermark. So he got that completely wrong. And so there's lots of examples of Alan getting things wrong, and there's lots of examples of our content being good. Like, honestly, if you really, really, and you like people in chat are saying about the mental health content, because, again, channels here, Mental Health Monday, a year's worth of mental health content before I was famous. Before I got big on the internet. I knew this wasn't going to like make me big on the internet, but I felt I really wanted to do a body of work talking about mental health, so that we had a body of work talking about mental health. So some of this, like 8 views, like I did a full stream and then I edited it and uploaded it here. Like I did a stream on Twitch and then I edited it and uploaded it to YouTube, and it got 8 views, but it didn't stop me from doing another one the next week about self-harm, and another, like self-harm can't even get, you know, it gets pushed down the algorithm because of all the things I talk about, you know, but I still did it. I'm not, this wasn't for views, this was for mental health support, and it exists now, so we can refer people to these videos, and I'm really lucky that I have them, and it was with the support of the few people that were there at the start of my journey, you know, on the internet. So, like, Alan tries to put me out as like I'm some nutter with like mental health problems. Like, he's got issues, he's got problems, and then Alan's the one that's supporting people with mental health. Just go and have a look at the work. Just use your own brain and your own eyes and have a look at the work that Alan's done and the work that we've done. Just scroll through the channels and just decide. Scroll through mine and scroll through Alan's, and you'll just see the truth. I don't have to fight that. Like, the work speaks for itself on that front. So it's interesting your detraction of me is that without Alan I'm nothing, but it's simply not the case. So without my wig I'm nothing. This is my wig. There are many like it, but this one is mine. My wig is my best friend. Without my wig I am useless. Without me my wig is useless. I must fire my wig straight at my enemy who's trying to kill me. I will. This is my wig. Defenders of my country. Defenders of the country, saviors, what is it? Defenders of the country, hang on. This is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one, full metal kettle. I mean, I can't play the thing, can I? Because it would definitely be... This is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine. My rifle is my best friend, it is my life. I must master it as I must master my life. Without me, my rifle is useless. Without my rifle, I am useless. I must fire my rifle true. I must shoot straight at my enemy who's trying to kill me. I must shoot him before he shoots me. I will. My rifle and I know that what counts in war is not the rounds. I didn't know this bit. My rifle and I know that what counts in the war is not the rounds we fire, the noise of our burst, nor the smoke we make. We know that it's the hits that count. We will hit. My rifle is human, even as I am human, because it's my life. Thus, I will learn it as a brother. I will learn its weaknesses, its strengths, its parts, its accessories, its sights, and its barrel. I will keep my rifle clean and ready, even as I am ready, clean and ready. We will become part of each other. We will. Before God, I swear this creed. My rifle and I are defenders of my country. We're the masters of our enemy. We're the saviours of my life. So be it, until victory is America's, and there is no enemy but peace. Sorry, I don't know where that came from then. Mental Health Monday, wearing a wig. Yeah, trying my best. Don't like the pedos. Not a fan of the pedos. Not a fan of Alan.
To even believe that. Oh, someone's invited me to Spain. That's good. Val, you can convalesce with your knee in Spain. All right then. Send me some details. Val, I'd love to come to Spain for holiday. You offer me a holiday. Val, send me an email.
He's laughing about it, squeezing that thing, but he's thinking Val could be a hottie. I might move to Spain with Val. Like, he's got these delusions of grandeur in his mind. Val might be a hottie. I might move to Spain with Val.
adsubs007@gmail.com and tell me about this holiday.
He's straight in on it. There's my email address. Make sure you send me your details, Val.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks, Sonia, for the $1.99. Thanks for exposing, but also making us laugh. Yeah, tonight wasn't a big laugh, was it? He was particularly bad this week, so I just had to tell him straight. But
with some sunshine. It's the worst. This is the worst August in living memory. We've had no sun. Look, Matan's gone.
That's the
destroyed Matan.
Filter. I
have a problem. You might be come to England. I'm going to Spain. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
I have a problem.
Yeah.
She gets to... How is it that I have a problem is a troll of Alan's, and she makes troll videos about Alan, and then she's in his chat and he talks to her, and she's got a crowdfund and he promotes it. How does that work? Just
Ashton
reading the
Pope,
chat.
my Lake District and I'm not good enough for you. Do you live in the Lake District? I thought you were American, Ashton Pope. I didn't know you were Lake District. Well, I fancy a trip to the beach, to be honest.
The beach?
I was going to track me down.
Go to the beach in Exmouth.
Right, okay. I'd like to thank you all for listening to me drone on tonight. It might have been boring for you, but I have been advised to get proof that I was harassed by this man from North Carolina. And the more proof you have, the sooner I can close this crap down. There is no court date. There never will be, because he's harassed me. Whatever his lawyer tells me, whoever the lawyer tries to bully me, however many 7-page letter he sends me, I'm not giving in. I've done nothing wrong. I'm the one that's been bullied.
I'm the one.
Cumbria, nice. Good night, everyone. Thanks. I mean, great. Well, hang on. Of course, thank Kelly. Kelly, that was just in time. Kelly McKinnon, just in time from Scotland. Murder in Scotland. And if you're a whistleblower for the truthers, you can be sure we won't be telling anybody what you tell.
Why would she give him $20?
I couldn't
Hang
be
on, wait.
happier. Swish, and then
Victor Meldrew sent tippies.
Oh, I love Victor Meldrew.
I don't believe it. Big up you chuffers, keep it real.
That's awesome.
Big up to D-Ham as well. I know AD gives you stick, but a lot of respect for you and Chuffer.
Yeah, actually, here's a point,
Super
right?
Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Here's a point. Martin's doing his thing, making his videos about Alan, yeah? And Martin's videos, let's do this at the end, actually. Yeah, should have done this more. I'm sure you won't mind. Martin's stuff is, in the main, about Alan, yeah? Like, that's absolutely fine. And it's all stuff that Alan has, like, just picking a random one here. I do watch his stuff, but I watch it with my Super Chuffer account, so like, don't worry, like, I'm there commenting, and I watch it with this account now as well, I think. But yeah,
it's a marathon and a long show, and you better get a cup of coffee, and if I was you, a glass of wine.
So it's holding Alan to account. It's much the same as we do. Like, you know, it uses Alan's own words. Bear in mind,
where do I start when I've got a mammoth story?
I only ever broadcast Alan in, well, not only ever, I do some extracurricular bits and pieces as well, don't I? But like, we broadcast Alan and take him apart for what he's saying. Like, Martin's doing the same thing. This is Alan.
The biggest story I've got on the case.
So Martin's doing this, and it's because you're doing what you're doing, Alan, yeah? And then what Alan's done is he's made it personal. He's talking about Martin's, I don't know if they're married or, partner. I'll just say partner.
Liam's got about 10 different odds.
This was Alan having his pop at Martin this last week, wasn't it? And there's Martin playing football and like going out and having fun. Martin seems to live a reasonably healthy lifestyle and he's having a nice time. And Alan's picking on him on an ad hominem. Ad hominem means like, as a personal level, like you've got a big nose or you're, rather than saying the things you're saying are wrong, he's saying, oh, fuck you and your girlfriend. Like, Alan's a horrible, horrible person for that. Like, I don't know how long this has been going on, actually. Let me say oldest. A year ago is the oldest in the videos. So I don't know if Martin just started up a year ago. I don't know everyone's history, but like, Alan can shut this sort of stuff down by not doing these things, not being an arsehole, not being Alan.
My mother said that I...
Copyright, but Alan can stop this by not, but he hasn't, never. Like, he's been worse in response. Nasty. There's his neck. The big neck. The big neck. Look at the neck. Look at the neck on the man. Look at the neck on the man. That's ad hominem. Look at the neck on the man. Martin's been around for many years, so it wasn't just a year ago, the channel, but like, it feels like Alan's created his own problems and is trying to, like, surely Alan's the catalyst for his own trolls, no? And then the things he's done are even worse and even more horrible, like, in response. Toad jowls, that's right, Ellie. Like, Frog is his spirit animal today. Today's episode has been sponsored by Inception and the frog hamneck. The frog hamhock. The frog is his spirit animal. Has he been playing the trumpet? Has he been doing the Gizzy Gillespie? What's going on? What's going on with that? It's not right. Okay, what I might do is I might stay up a bit and play on the Twitch side of things, play on the game. I've been playing Baldur's Gate this week. I've been seeing about getting it together for a stream. And it might not, I don't know how it would work as a stream. It's a cooperative game. So I might be trying to get some other detractors in and we might create funny characters. I might be Angry Alan in the game. That might be my character in the game. So I might switch over to Twitch and do some playing on a game on Twitch because I feel like I kind of want to play a bit. I wonder if there's anything else. I mean, what we missed this week, which I still have in the can, so to speak. Armchair detective. What I missed is actually a couple of things I'd like to bring him up on. Yeah. So what did I miss? We did free speech. AD shows why there's no court case. We didn't really look at that one in depth, and this one. So there's 2 episodes there, but they're not really like. It's just the same old rant about they can't take me to court. I've got no money. I'm the victim.
Again.
You know.
I couldn't be happier. Swish and then whoosh.
A wise man sent tippies.
Big up to wise man.
Put on then as God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, compassionate hearts, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience, bearing with one another, and if one has a complaint against another, forgiving each other. As the Lord has forgiven you, so you also must forgive. Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
I appreciate it. Thank you for the donation. I was brought up and raised a Christian. I went to a Church of England school, and Jesus, he knows me, and he knows I'm right. That's actually the worst quote I should have used. That's the wrong context. But like, me and Jesus have got a good, or me and God, I should say. But I don't now follow the Christian religious doctrine as ascribed by the Bible, because I don't think Jesus wrote the Bible or God wrote the Bible. So I don't think it really applies. And if this man's a danger to children, then we have an obligation to try and find that out. I'm doing my best. I don't know. Like, I just feel like when you talk about Jesus, and like bring religious like that into context. Like, yeah, forgiveness, but also I'm the angels and I'm fighting against a demon, essentially. Like, there's a devil man here, and like, I don't think he's done being a nasty, like, turning the other cheek in this context is not the right. This might be driving the devil out of the temple instead. You know, like, there's lots of different analogies that we could bring up, but rather than going too deeply religious about it, I just feel like I'm a good person on the side of good people. You know, good versus evil, and this is a bad person on the side of the bad. He's dressed up like he's good because they always do. You know, domestic violence. This thing is about on his head of the domestic violence thing. Like he's a champion of the underdog. Like, you know, doing the right by all these people. He's not. The Rusick family hate him, so that didn't go well for him, didn't he? He's not, you know, the proof of the pudding's in the eating. So I feel like, yeah, I'm on I'm Luke Skywalker, and he's not Darth Vader. He's like one of those crappy Sith Lords from those middle group of films that people didn't like. Although I quite like the Clone Wars one. I don't think he's in a position where, like, I would forgive people if they showed contrition, said what they'd done wrong, named the people that they'd hurt and how it's hurt them and why they feel sorry about that, and then showed some Christianity in themselves, you know, gone out and helped other people to show some remorse, you know, to try and make better what they'd done, even if not to the person directly, to indirectly through other charitable works maybe. But Alan doesn't do that. He's a horrible, horrible toad still to this day. So I forgive him today, and then tomorrow I've got something new to forgive him about, and then new to forgive him. I don't think I'm finished with that. Street Fighter 2 stream. Street Fighter 6, do you mean? Or Street Fighter 2? Because I've got Street Fighter 2, but Street Fighter 6 is the latest one, and it's 50 quid. A lot of you are going to bed. It feels like the end of the episode. Feels like a good place to end today's episode about Alan, rather than dredging up loads and loads more Alan. We have got the art competition. I will state, right, I'm crystallising the rules in my mind because I've got this problem, is that I want to make T-shirts out of them. But if the winner does an Alan picture and it's Alan's face, no T-shirt, because Alan's face, copyright Alan, trademark Alan. So I think we might have two parallel categories. We might have the T-shirt competition, which is an art competition to design a T-shirt for the channel. It can be Alan related. It can be anything. So there's the T-shirt, right? Suzanne says your name didn't come up on the coffee. Let's check it for you. Let's check it for you. A wise man. As you can see, they've been coming through today, so I apologise if, like, tell me what you said and I'll read it out now and say thank you to you if it didn't work on the system, but most of them have done. It said at the end that my name was not on it. Did you get it? 20th of July. Alright, 20th of July is a different day from now, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to work that out, but if you went through the system, you'll be able to find it yourself on the system. You know, you'll be able to see yourself whether it went out from your end, and if it did, I assume it came in at my end, so thank you very much for that. Thank you, Suzanne, for that. Everyone's all right in chat. Everyone's all right. Oh, Val videos, yeah. Okay, yeah, let's finish on that. Let's finish on that from the Armchair Detective side of things. Everyone support Val, please. I think she's great. At the end of a couple of these videos, she's been uploading quite a lot recently, hasn't she? She did like a list of the bad things that he'd done. God, I'm thinking which video is it now? I know for sure this one had a list at the end.
You also send dick pictures, don't you? You pretended to be at Harley Dilly's memorial when you weren't. You plagiarised people's videos, and you've lied about seeing the shadows, when actually the shadows don't belong to you. They belong to them beautiful angels. Sung songs about burning baby stuff about them.
God, it's quite a long list.
One of them has over 900 signatures. Show evidence, no, trusted CCTV footage, and rewinding the recording of.
Okay, this is where it starts. Yeah.
Talk about what you've done with evidence and proof. See, I have put evidence out there. I put evidence of Alan tampering with CCTV footage and rewinding the recording of when Chris is putting the family into the truck and trying to make out that Nicole Kessinger is there with the children.
tampering with the CCTV, playing it back and playing it slowly and messing about with it to make it seem like it wasn't.
Forward and backwards, forward and backwards. Oh look, there she comes out of the garage, and she's in the garage. She's gone back in the garage. She's pushed the children back in the garage. That's manipulated evidence. I have evidence of Alan threatening and blackmailing people.
Threatening
to tell stuff about them, threatening to dox them.
We've had that.
Talking about things they've done, photos he's got. He's not going to put out there, but it's a threat. Do people not?
Yeah, Jamie, after this, I think I will go on Baldur's Gate on Twitch a little bit, yeah.
He knows what they like and what they want and what age they like, and they don't like to go with anybody under 3 years old because they've got to change their nappies. And they like 5-year-olds or above, mainly with blonde hair.
We've seen that, yeah.
It's not very questionable or concerning. There's also evidence of you trying to actually accuse me of calling you a pedo, which I haven't done. You brought that on yourself. So you've defamed and lied and abused the Ruseks.
Absolutely.
For 5 years.
Yeah.
You've admitted to using the What's Case for money. You've sung songs about burning babies and them turning into sludge. You've lied about...
You sang songs about the burning babies turning into sludge, yeah, you did. And he saying about admitting to using the case for money. We've got those clips, we looked at them, about where he said he needs to do controversy to get channels going, and talking about this thing is controversial and it gets him money, and it's all true, this. Yeah.
In the FBI, you want to hack into computers so that you can watch people get undressed.
Yep, seen that.
You've accused Nicola Kessinger of being involved in the murders, faked evidence,
to this
and
day.
Stalked her. You've lied about Tammy Lee being in your chat, making lots of money and gaining lots of subscribers that evening. You've faked your death threats.
Yep.
You've lied about running an escort agency for men, women, girls and boys. You laugh at the death of children. You abuse and threaten and smear ex-mods when they talk about you after they've left. You plagiarise people's videos, and you've lied about seeing the shadows when actually the shadows don't belong to you. They belong to them beautiful angels. You've paid a sex offender to come on your show and then offered him pen pals from your subscribers. Will the ladies contact him because you want to help him out?
That's true.
Buddy.
That guy was
You want to help your mate out.
in a relationship with a 13-year-old girl, wasn't he?
Disgusting. You scammed the book that you wrote.
Absolutely.
Half the people didn't get it even when they paid for it. You faked a documentary that you were going to make. And you took $1,595 off people and never made the documentary. You watch mother and daughter incest porn. Yuck. And you know far too much about the pedos. You pretended to be at Harley Dilly's memorial when you weren't.
He pretended that he was fucking bad knee, I need to get in front of the queue to see the Queen, and he jumped in front of fucking war veterans.
And you lie about paying for funerals, which you haven't done.
Philip Schofield.
You pretended to get letters and phone calls off Chris Watts. You pretended to talk to the Watts. You didn't. You defamed D.A. Rourke. You tried to blackmail Frankie with a photo and say that he takes cocaine. You also send dick pictures, don't you, Alan? Oops. He sends dick pics to his ladies in return for naked photographs.
Wow.
He's faked prison in...
I was going to say I'd like to see that, but then maybe I wouldn't like to see that. But how do we get hold of Angry Alan's dick pics? I need to get hold of Angry Alan's dick pics.
Insiders. He's banned from owning companies. He's threatened people with...
I've never sent a dick pic because I just thought, I don't really think, like, if this ever comes up again, I don't really think it's a good idea, really.
The police and cease and desists, which has never come to anything. He's had a sus PayPal account linked to someone in Thailand. He's asked for pictures of his female subscribers so he can look at their hair. Sided with a sex offender. Apparently he's been on the dark web, the Tor network, gaslights and threatens. He keeps all documents on his subscribers to threaten them if they step out of line. And that's only half the stuff that Alan's done. I will be making a video soon with every single thing in a list.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
And weekly, that list gets longer and
It's
longer
true.
and
It's
longer.
true. It certainly does, doesn't it? Val, of course, is TB2, truth be told. I'll quickly copy and link it for anyone who doesn't know, but a lot of you will already know who Val is, but support Val. She's been dropping some of her old videos, again, like re-uploads and whatever, but it's all worth a watch. It's like it's all like now Alan's resurrecting all this Rusik stuff. It's all part of the conversation again, isn't it, I guess? Yeah, big support for Val there. Yeah, I wanted to just say before we finish as well, like, so we were talking about, like, we're going to do the art competition. We're going to have one on a t-shirt, which is the art competition for the t-shirt. £100 prize for that, I think, is the way I want to go. Then you've got your £100 and we make a t-shirt out of it. And I sell the t-shirts, and if I make money, that's my money. You've had your £100, shut up, right? That's the way that's working. It's not ongoing, you know, whatever. I can't, but the reason is, I can't be bothered to do accounts where I have to work out t-shirt money for somebody, because I've got other accounts that I need, you know, it's just too much for me to have to go through t-shirt money and work out how many t-shirts I sold this month and then take a percentage of that profit and send it to somebody. Like, it's just too much. So you win the £100, we make the t-shirts for the stream, and you'd like that because your t-shirts are, you know, your art becomes a t-shirt, and other items that whatever I can put it on, just like mugs as well, yeah. And then in conjunction with that, we'll have the Angry Alan art competition that is Alan based, can have his face on, absolutely can have his face on, but probably can't win the £100. We'll have a different prize for that I'll think up, right? Because I can't use his face on a t-shirt, yeah. So they're the two parallels. I need to do a proper video about it and get it all sorted, and it will end at the end of August, so you've got like 2 weeks to sort that out. Should be long enough, yeah. Entrance will go into the Discord. We'll make a room for it, a new room. We'll get the mods to mod it. People have 2 entries each, one for the Angry Alan, one for the t-shirt. They're your entries, and send them in at high resolution, please. The problem with the Angry Alan mug is that if I put his face on it, other stuff around it, you know, stuff that surrounds it, I could do, like an armchair or something like that. But, like, you know, having his actual face on it is a no-no. It's just, like, even if I painted it, like, let's say I did a nice portrait of, like, Sting or, like, Mike and the Mechanics. Like, they own their own image, so you can't, you know, I can't. So it has to be a non-Alan image. Like, it can be something about him, but it can't be his face, so I can't do that. But any other artistic inspiration you want to bring up, you know, in any other way, and I don't care if it's what AI influence or whatever, you know, the art competition is an open competition. We'll be doing a gallery stream where we judge all the entries on stream, and then we'll choose one to be the £100 winner for the t-shirts. We'll make the t-shirts out of them. You can then buy the t-shirts. Can we use my image? Yes, absolutely. The Super Chuffer t-shirts, my image is fine. I don't know who would want to have me on a t-shirt, but you will vote on whichever thing. So whichever one you vote for will be the one that wins, and that'll be, you know, the way that wins. Discord link can go, I suppose. Yeah. Although now we've probably got a couple of Alan trolls lurking, but they get weeded out, don't worry. Unfortunately with Discord, if you're not conversational, you know, if you're not using it, then our mods will, over a couple of months, have a little clear house and say, they'll send you a message, are you using Discord? You know, are you just lurking or whatever? And because we get Alan trolls, we try and weed out people who are not using it. But other than that, like, everyone's welcome, obviously. Yeah, so we're going to do the art competition. That's been said. Big ups, Nigel. I think if it's legibly Alan, it's his trademark image. So we'll find another prize for the Angry Alan. Like, I would still want to do the Angry Alan competition, but I just can't offer the £100 as the prize for that because I can't redeem any of it back in, like, sales of t-shirts. So I'm hoping that we get a good t-shirt image to create a good. Like, we haven't got any merch for the channel yet, and people have been asking for it. So I hope we get that, and that the person who gives me the art gets money. So it's like they get the money, they win the you know. But yeah, but certainly the Angry Alan one wants to have another, maybe slightly less lucrative prize, but some sort of prize going on the Angry Alan side. We'll do the two in parallel. Yeah. And I wanted to quickly, for anyone that's interested, although I don't know, maybe now I won't even bother talking about the games. I was going to talk about the games that I was considering or will be playing on Twitch, but I don't think that's really necessary. So if you want to tweet me at angryalanvinnicombe.com. If you want to tweet me, I'm at superchuffer on Twitter. So I like that as well. Here he is. Here he is, look. The neck. Tonight's stream has been sponsored by Alanception, where Alan watches a video of himself watching a video about himself talking about himself in the past. And he's been going over and over stuff that's from the past. The stuff that he's been going over and over about him made him look bad even worse. I happened to watch this video just before about pizza and the use of the phrase pizza.
1,000 or
no,
okay? Is
no,
it,
like it's no.
You know,
You can. I get that. You know, this is what you're doing. You understand what they're doing, but you know that seems like it would be a pretty big jump for somebody that they're trying to bring in. You know, from nothing to, you know.
Okay, so I asked you here in one of the messages, do you trade? Don't send any here. Just wondering. And you said, I have a small pizza. So you have a small.
Like what was, like I was saying, what was sent to me, those things.
Okay.
Like that was, you know, as far as I know, like sizes are your, like that's what you have, right? Like that's the kind of, you know, what is it? Storage or supply or whatever.
Right. So how many's in your? How many quarter? So you said you have a small amount. So what's a small amount?
So like these terms actually do marry up, don't they, Alan? Yeah, I'm going to look at that. I was quite vitriolic. I was quite angry at the start myself about the real shabby nature of it. Like, how am I supposed to detract? How am I supposed to listen to and react to what you're saying if you've got the microphone behind you? Oh, it's the next to you. Oh, it's over here. It's not in front of your face. We can't hear it. You're not listening to it with your headphones on, are you, Alan? So you don't know what it sounds like. Can you please, can one of his spanners sort that out for somebody? Big ups Fiona posting the pizza meme in my chat. Can somebody please fix the microphone at least? Because it's just frustrating now, Alan. Like, if you're trying to wear me down by being so terrible at your own streams, it's working. That's working. Dressing up like hello fellow children. Like, what? It's been really bad. Yeah, it's just been really bad. Sorry about that, everyone. Sorry. Why am I apologising for Alan? Why am I apologising for Alan? Cripes. Cripes. I hope you all have a good night. It is way past midnight now, but I was planning on playing some Baldur's Gate, and I might consider doing it on Twitch just for a chill. So if you want to join me on Twitch, I will post the link in chat. I won't be on there immediately. I might take like a half hour in between, but I've posted the link for Twitch itself rather than my channel. Hang on. That's stupid. I don't think the problem with Baldur's Gate is I'm just sort of learning the mechanics, and I don't think it's going to make a very good stream in terms of I won't do it every night, play the whole game, show you everything. But I am planning to do that as a playthrough with a group, and it's going to be a detractor stream group. I might create Angry Alan as a character, you see, and then him and Darkside Phil and some other people can go on the journey. So at the moment I'm just playing the game to get to grips with it. It's a really fucking good game, so just enjoying it. Yeah, so I might do some more of that chill time. We've got to finish unpacking as well. I promised it was at the end. It's 6 days away from the last one, so maybe we do unpacking tomorrow.
It's raining again. I couldn't be happier. Swish and then whoosh.
Has sent tippies. Thanks, Scott. Another great stream. Please react when time to Red Channel Cricket. Watch ASMR with Duck Choc and Rich Tea Biscuits. Pants but funny IMO XXX.
That's a good idea.
Super Chuffer Oast 10 hugs.
We'll do an Angry Alan stream where we go back over the old stuff and have a look at some of the funny stuff as well, because it can't all be doom and gloom, can it? It can't all be doom and gloom. But yeah, over on Twitch, we did a chill stream last week and it was really fun. We made Angry Alan's Black Room, didn't we? So we're due a chill stream. We might do that tomorrow and finish unpacking. So, yeah. But tonight, I'm going to take a little break. Maybe play some Baldur's Gate. I'm repeating myself now. Listen, you be good, my little podcast. How long have I been on here? Over 3.5 hours. Okay. Okay, that's quite a long time, isn't it? We don't need to do an 8-hour stint tonight, do we? But if you want to join me for any more, in about half an hour, I'll rev up the Twitch engine and just do some chilling and some wandering around in Baldur's Gate. And yeah, I'm going to get a little bit of food in me. what will happen next week? Will Alan be away for the weekend? Will he come back next week with more of this bollocks? Will he ever engage with me on an actual stream, like one-to-one? You know, can we ever have an actual conversation? Will he come on a neutral platform and have a debate with me? Or a bit of back and forth? Or would we even do just a review of a movie together where we talk about just the movie? We're not allowed to talk about anything else, just the movie. No, he's a coward, but expect more of his ludicrous nonsense in the future. And yeah, as it piles up, in the future I'll try and live stream more, because otherwise people go and watch him and that's not on. So I'll try and do the live stream more, but he's got to play his end of the game and he's got to put the microphone in his face so we can actually hear him talking. Right? House Flipper, you love it. Yeah, I'm not doing House Flipper tonight necessarily, but we'll do it tomorrow, I think, as a chill stream. And finish the unpacking as well. But yeah, in about half an hour, some Baldur's Gate. I hope you're all being good. You be good. Thank you very much for all the tippies as well. That's like, you know, it all adds up and I'm really, really appreciate it. You're all my Nancys. If Nancy wasn't a front for money laundering, you're all my Nancys. Thanks very much. Be good. And remember, if you can't be good, you're naughty.